What up, brah?
Hey, what's going on? Oh, great. My camera's acting a little weird. I might have to bounce and come back in.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, you're a little chippity choppity, but you're all right. What's
All right, I'll
going
be
on,
right back.
everybody? Yes, sir. What's up? Oh my God, I'm really large. What's going on? What's up, Nate? What's up, Fadian? Sherry, how are you? You're on your battleground reread. Good stuff, man. We slowed down a little bit. The holidays have been busy, haven't they? Of course, Salty is going to be here with me in a second. Um, to talk about good old Stranger Things season 5, which is ruffled some feathers, including my own. Yeah, Fady and Nate haven't even watched it, right? First to the worst season. It's definitely the worst season by far. Like I actually it's to me, it's actually quite possible that this is like on the level, like I put it in the title of the stream. I think this is on the level of the failure of Game of Thrones season 8. Because what's up? Welcome back.
Hey,
Because there's a lot of people. I mean, we were talking to Will too in our little chat group. Will didn't think so. And I get that, but to a point, but what was it? 9.4 billion watch minutes for the first when they first dropped it. Stranger Things is fucking huge. Oh, I wasn't sure. I got you, buddy. I got you. Coming.
I I
Stranger Things is
I
huge. Sorry, go ahead, Salty.
no, I was just gonna say, I mean, we're in the same text group and we've been sharing these thoughts, and I watched it as soon as it came out Christmas Eve and was relaying a lot of my comments. And here's my perspective on this. This has set a new low bar for anything science fiction, fantasy, or the nerd sort of realm. And what makes this especially bitter, and I'm not saying this with any affectation. How many times have I said it? I want to like this show. I just want this show to
Absolutely.
be just okay. Here's the problem is that it literally was the high watermark of all of the things that we got back from 2020. And now it is ending. This is going into the ranks of how The Witcher ended, how House of the Dragon went. Um, it is so. And here's the thing: I said on our text group, this is Wheel of Time season 2 bad. And the reason why is because people talk on screen and then something happens and none of it actually matters. Like none of it actually matters at all. A lot of us have a connection to the books and we were, full of righteous indignation for what Rafe Judkins did. At the same point, I think some of us were able to disassociate from that and just look at it as a fantasy show. As a fantasy show, it was shit and terrible, and you couldn't watch it because it hurt your brain.
Yes.
This is where
100%.
Stranger Things season 5 part 2 is for me, is that you don't I don't know how this made it to television without somebody going, "What the fuck are you doing?" Audio
Yeah.
up.
No.
Give us an audio check.
Yeah. You got
Sorry,
an echo there, Alan. Yeah.
sorry, I was still
What's
on
up, buddy?
speakers.
No, you're good, man.
Hey, Miss
It's all
Mark.
good. Well, what's up, man? What's up, Teresa? How are you? Good to see you. No, I don't. Look, I remember we watched part of season 4 together. We took a little bit of heat
Mhm.
because we liked it a lot at first. We were
Yeah.
we were one of the first out of the gate saying that we liked season 4 quite a bit, and I know there are people out there that didn't like it, which fine, to each their own. But um, we were out in front again saying, yeah, season 4 is better than most of the season. Hell, I mean, season 4, I think it's probably 1-4-3-2 maybe for me. I don't know. I really think
That's
4
pretty
is
good.
up there,
Yeah.
right? I,
Yeah.
I, I really think 4 is up there in terms of seasons that were good. But I also think that while they had sort of a tiny idea what the fuck they wanted to do with Vecna, this sort of lends I sort of think just from the little picture we got of Vecna flying around in Planet Doom or fucking Arrakis that we got, that they sort of have the idea that they wanted to retcon the dimension thing into a fucking wormhole. But I don't think they had any fucking clue what the hell they were doing, because this season is just a season of nothing. What's up, Alan?
Can I ask, Alan? Can we have your elevator? Can we have your elevator speech reaction? Because I haven't been texting you like a 14-year-old girl for the last 72 hours, like I have with Steve.
Of the whole season, or these 3 episodes?
Just the last couple we got.
Somehow worse than the first 4.
Yeah,
I think the whole season. So, like, I've been watching it with Easton, right? So Easton is sort of, he's like, the first 4 he didn't mind so much, but these 3 like that, and that's why I'm not going. I know I'm not going overboard. Easton fucking hates these episodes, and he doesn't. He's not like that. So it's like he's like, well, the volume 1 wasn't terrible. It wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't terrible. These were really, really bad. So, I think the whole season is terrible. The whole season. Sorry, go ahead, Alan.
I think I think there's like one, and it's not, if you cut out all of the crap, there was like one good episode in the first chunk.
The ending of episode 1. The ending of episode 1 was the high point of the season, and it shouldn't be that way. You know,
how did that one end? That was
that's where Mrs. Wheeler gets attacked by the Demogorgons.
I hated that.
Well,
what the hell's wrong with you? This is why I don't stream with you, you loser.
Papa Wheeler hit him with a golf club and stood up, and now Papa Wheeler gets kicked out of the show for being a man. Sorry.
It would have been a great moment if they hadn't let Mommy Wheeler stabbed the Demogorgon 30 times before getting nuked.
You haven't been divorced before, have you? So you don't know what it's like to have a 30-something-year-old woman really mad at you, right?
Well, she should be dead too.
Yeah.
Both of the parents.
She should be dead.
So I mean, the thing about this is remember how part 1 of season 5 ended, where we had Will, who was essentially, one of the Marvel MCU characters. I mean, this guy could be standing next to, the Scarlet Witch or Doctor Strange and fit right in, right? What happens immediately out of the gate for part 2 of season 5? Will is totally nerfed, suddenly can't do anything, and is back to being a crying little infantilized 11-year-old boy
doing
in the body of a 20-something-year-old man. Am I the only one that was uncomfortable with all of this, that nobody from a writer's perspective thought, hey, you know what? Will doesn't look like he's that little boy who, who's special needs, who rides the short bus and he shit his pants. And he's crying. We shouldn't have that anymore. Like, Will looks like, he's 22 and should be like managing like a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay. And now we've got him still crying, and his mommy, Joyce, is coming over, and it's like, my brain cannot process this. They said they used de-aging. It didn't work.
No,
it didn't work.
It didn't.
There's just so much that doesn't work, right?
They're all so tall. They just.
Well,
that's not even my complaint. Like, I get it. Yeah, the kids are older, so like I'm not even judging them. It looks terrible, but that's not why the show sucks.
Yes. Well,
there's a lot of reasons why it sucks.
We were talking about that. So like, there's gonna. So we'll just rip the blanket off. Everybody's going to be
like, we can't even start the conversation because we keep thinking ahead.
Well, because what I'm afraid of is what's going to happen, and it's already happening, is all the focus is going to be on the cringe ass gay shit that's been forced into this crap.
Yeah,
and it's forced. It's I don't care. Like, if you're gay, good on you. I don't care. The shit is forced in there. And my fear is that, yes, it's a huge fucking problem, but it's a huge problem lopped on top of a mountain of fucking shit.
It's going to become a shield.
The rest of the criticism, all of the rest of the criticism is going to be flush down the toilet because they're going to say, "Oh, you're just I mean, I've been dealing with this for my whole life. You're just homophobic. You didn't like it."
Yeah.
I just finished watching Pluribus. It's super gay, and I freaking love the show. Okay,
that tracks.
Yeah,
guys, while
That
I want to say this, I want, and thanks to everybody being in chat. Someone on social media has taken the liberty of rewriting the scene.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to get Alan's reaction.
I'm so glad you have that.
Yeah, he's got a few of them. Yeah.
I have lots of that. So chat, yeah. Are you ready to hang with us, chat? Are you just grab some popcorn, put on your footy pajamas, pour some wine.
Is this the Mommy Vilkers one?
I don't think so.
Dusty Blonde. Okay, I might have to share that then.
Yeah, I think we have that one too, but go ahead.
Okay, okay,
I got you. Hold on.
I think he's got that. He might. If not, you can bring it up because the memes are loose, man.
I gotta figure out which one.
Thank you. All right. Sam, thanks for the $2. Right. Stop watching Stranger Things after season 1. You're probably among the ones that are being reprieved. So, yes, I can see it.
So let me know when you got it.
All right, hold on. I'll bring it up. All right, it's up.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I like bombshell blondes, real centerfold type, double D's, or I'm out.
But Hopper likes me fine, and I'm brunette and flat as a board.
Gross, mom. Bleach your hair. Get implants. Oh yeah, player. I knew you got that dog in you, for real. Yeah, if she isn't a thin, busty platinum in a string bikini, Will buyers don't want none. Fine. More big booty Latinas for the rest of us.
The strangest thing of all is for a man to be sexually attracted to other men.
I like bomb.
Just amazing. Just amazing what you can do. You know,
I thought her last line was going to be the real things were the strangers we found along the way. You know.
Oh my God, what's up, Boosh? It's like that whole scene is a huge problem, but you're both right. It's gonna be the you're just a bigot. It's like I have the list I have that's on it, but there's so much like the season is literally them guessing what's going on, and then it's so convoluted and bullshit that Robin or somebody else that we're not interested from hearing from has to go, look here, let's take 5 minutes so I can explain everything to you because it's all such a goddamn mess and none of it makes sense. So I'm going to explain to you how it makes sense. See, it makes sense. And then it still doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah. And also, did you know that Steve has a big penis?
Yes. You know, the thing about this, I want to know if I'm in chat. Please tell me.
How would she know though? How would she know that? Sorry, we've moved past.
You obviously haven't been around a lot of women who were lesbian, air quotes lesbians, in the late 1980s, like I was.
Okay,
let me tell you how.
But we know that she specifically doesn't know about his. Okay, because she cock blocked him after leading him on for an entire season.
It doesn't matter. I can tell you from experience in the late 80s, all the girls who were lesbians, if you when you were drinking Boone's Farm or Bartles and James wine cooler and had the cure plan, suddenly they want the throbbing 8-inch gristle of man love. Okay,
you can change them.
And then everybody has to
never
pretend
give
it
up
didn't
on
happen.
your dreams.
Everybody, more than once. I'm just saying. So, but what the hell was I going to say? I was saying something important. Go ahead.
Sorry,
maybe it'll come
I
back.
interrupted it with a joke. It was a Robin explaining the plot.
Okay, so here's the thing. Why do we suddenly need to care about sub-character, paper thin reason to exist Robin? Because Robin has no reason to exist other than to be autistically quirky in a 2025 way somehow in 1987. I mean, every moment that she's on the screen, I literally want to scream. I cannot stand this character, and I really can't stand this character for all of the horrible shit that she said in the real world too. This is an ugly souled character, and it is an ugly souled actress, Nepo baby, who for some reason I think has probably wins the word count war for the last 3 episodes.
Well,
you're talking about the whole. I'm so glad my mom killed my sister. Oh yeah, okay.
No, my brother.
Well,
I'm so glad my
right.
mom killed my brother and
Yeah.
kept me.
Well, yeah,
an
that was
ugly
on
lesbian woman.
Yeah. That was on the Late Show or whatever, right? But no, but you said it. You said it a few times. The word count, like
It's so
her
much
lesbian friend, her lesbian friend has more words than Mike. Mike has barely talked this season. Mike is the main character of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
His
Dustin
girlfriend.
is Dustin is a complete asshole. Sorry,
we were talking about it. No, we were talking about it before we went live. You know, relationships in the 80s, let me tell you what, we were very affectionate. PDAs in high school, that's what you did. If Eleven and Mike are actually in love, why has the season gone out of its way to show them not have any affection at all? No hugs,
I want to see
kisses,
little kids kissing.
anything.
Come on, Stranger Things.
I don't get it. Like, but I mean, if you're gay, if you're some ugly fucking, offspring of Uma Thurman and fucking Ethan Hawke that looks like you've been drugged face down 8 miles of gravel goddamn road, then you get to be on screen with your ugly lesbian girlfriend. That's great.
And they even put in the plot where her girlfriend thinks she's on drugs. And she's like, no, look at me. Do I look like I'm on drugs?
It's like, yeah. You look like you're on meth. You do.
She does.
Are we just going to ignore the fact that you totally do?
It's
Chat
crazy.
wants to talk about Holly, man. Look at this. Holly having, what is it? 60% of the dialogue as a way to advertise the Broadway play is an insane choice. The whole thing with Holly.
Wait, there's a spin-off play?
Apparently.
Holly, is that really what's going on?
It plays in Seattle. There's a play in Seattle. Yeah.
So is it just me, or does anybody else feel like it's like, okay, well, we wanted to, you said it, not me. Is it Gambin? Yeah, you're welcome. You said it, not me. You're not wrong, but yeah.
Don't even get me started about that.
Was
With
it
the little
just
boy
me?
and Will? Yeah.
Was it just me, or does this season totally feel like, well, the characters that we didn't go fast enough. So all the characters that we really wanted to be child actors in this show aged up too fast. So we need to get a group of other children and force them into the limelight of the show, because we want child actors in the show. We don't want fucking adults. Because
that's it.
The kids have way more screen time than the characters that we actually are interested in.
But as characters, Steve, you're hitting the nail on the head. Those younger kid characters feel like kids from 1987. Again, I think I'm the only one here that, well, I don't know if any of you were alive on this panel in 1987, let alone in high school. Okay,
I was 7, so yeah.
In 1987, I went to my junior prom. I graduated high school in 1989. Now, no disrespect, but I'm just saying, like, everything has gone wrong with this episode. All of it. The Will's coming out. Shit like that did not happen in the 80s. That happened on television with Will and Grace in the late 90s. Okay, and let's not even get into the fact that the Duffer Brothers, in an article in the Hollywood Reporter before the show came out, and I quote, admitted, we have no way to end this show. We just made all this up so that we could start it with Netflix. It's the reason why the Upside Down doesn't make sense. It's the reason why they pulled the wormhole out of their ass. They don't know what to do with any of these characters' relationships.
Why? But why? How does the wormhole
make sense? It didn't need to be changed. It was just.
Why does the wormhole make more sense than an alternate dimension? Why?
It never.
Why can they
sense,
breathe the air? Why can
they can just walk around? Oh wait, no.
Why are they living in the Upside Down?
Salty, they said it in the show. She's like, "Is this stuff safe to breathe? It's uncertain." No, it's absolutely certain. The other fucking 3 seasons, everybody who's in the Upside Down got fucking ill because the air is fucking toxic.
Remember?
It's not unknown.
No, but
it is known.
Yeah, but they needed a reason to change it now because the army guys have been living in the Upside Down for a year. So
it's like they try to explain. It's like, no, that explanation does not work. because you have to explain all the other shit. Remember do you remember in your fucking first episode, Will is dying and then does a Superman fucking jump from tree to tree? Where is he? He's in the fucking upside down, dying from the toxic fucking air. By the way, does anybody want to tell me why isn't Barb in Happy Fun Time Land? Because she was plugged into the fucking she was getting mind fucked by the goddamn
because they forgot about Barb. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
also,
Barb is
she's
getting
too old, so they're not going to bring her back.
Yeah, Henry's too old for Henry, right? My bad.
But but by that same theory, why isn't the guy, I always forget who did the Hellfire Club, who he and Dustin hated each other until the show needed them to not hate each other.
Dude, oh my God. We need to talk about Dustin.
Why isn't he still alive? Why isn't he somewhere in Happy Land with Vecna? Like all of this shit, why isn't Barb the one that was behind that locked door where Hopper was going to fucking suicide vest himself?
What we got
that talentless, brown, ugly bitch that
they saw
more fucking waste of screen time.
The worst
rated episode of the entire show's run and thought, hey, let's bring this back for the finale.
Hold on real quick. Sam, thanks for the $2. You started Peace Talks. Nice. Peace Talks is the perfect setup for Battlegrounds. Enjoy. Yeah, the worst character introduced to any show ever, maybe. And you double down on it. You give her more lines than the main character, Mike. So she's just as bad, if not
her
worse.
Under the rug for 3 seasons because they were embarrassed of her.
Why
would they shot her in the head? Do you remember that? They literally showed her being shot in the head, like right through the fucking. And then they're like, "Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Well, that's fine."
Josh, I got you here too, man. I can see you. I don't know why.
That. It was her friend that got shot, not her.
It's like what dude, can you believe the reveal it would have been if you're gonna do all this? They're plugged into the Mind Flayer shit. What a reveal would have been if you got fucking Barb all like prettied up or whatever. She went hit the weights and worked out, and she was some bombshell fucking redhead. And
she got
fucking hot as shit. And she walks out and she's like, "What up, Nance?" And Nancy's like, "What the fuck?" And she's alive and fucking
a bombshell.
And then fucking the end of episode 4, Will goes, "Fuck you, Mike. I'm gay, and you don't want to be gay with me. Fuck you," and launches his ass off into fucking nowhere.
Yeah, because that's
Mike.
what they
goes.
do.
"I'm Team Vecna too, bitch." And we're like, "What the fuck is like?" No,
that's what should have happened. Mike,
Will should be Team Vecna. It should have.
Will should have resented Mike and blamed Mike for rejecting him because he's full of his immature gender dysmorphia. I've been, diddled by Vecna. And so he becomes literally Darth Vader. He goes from Anakin to Darth Vader. And that would have been
the pain.
Epic.
Are you serious? They call it the pain tree?
That's some
maybe the Duffers are diddlers. Holy shit. Allegedly. But real quick. So let's talk about Dustin.
Completely ruined.
Dustin,
it's the best character in the
it's
show.
Like they took the best character in the show and made him worse than 8, the worst, most hated character in the show. Dustin,
at least he had lines.
Sucks
at
ass.
least he had lines.
Dustin sucks.
He was okay in the penultimate episode. He was like finally bearable, but like the
at
rest
the
of the
very
season
end,
was awful.
At the very end, when he actually sort of started acting like himself. Where's his girlfriend, by the way? The chick that actually saved the world.
Yeah,
where did she go?
The Mormon.
Yeah, where's she at? She's locked out of the fucking upside down wall now, so she can't exist apparently. But Dustin, look, I know everybody fell in love with Eddie because the actor did a good job, and at the end of this season 4, he came around and blah 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 blah. Eddie, everybody seems to forget. Eddie was a piece of shit. Eddie was a drug dealer. Eddie was liked by nobody. Eddie was mean and bad to Mike, Dustin, and Lucas, and anybody.
Yes.
He was the leader of this D&D group of outcasts that the 3 of them just happened to know what was going on with Chrissy, so they were in a position to help him. Other than that, he was a dirtbag for the whole season until the very end.
That was his hero's arc.
He
Dustin
redeems
and him
himself
were not.
at the end.
Yes.
Dustin and him were not scissoring. They were not slamming.
Why
clams.
is Dustin acting like he's known Eddie for his entire life and they're the best
friends
ever?
And that he was closer to Eddie than he has been for Steve.
And
for the whole show.
Or Mike.
Steve is his actual best bud.
Yeah.
Steve is Dustin's actual best friend, and he teaches and treats Steve like fucking shit. And then Steve actually lays down some truth on Dustin, and he's like, Dustin, all this shit that's happening to you these few days, it's your own fault. You're bringing it on yourself. You're being a little prick. And it's like, finally, somebody fucking said it. It's like, Dustin, dude, and I was talking to you again before. I think it was you. Maybe it was Brian. Dustin is antagonizing the fucking basketball team. The basketball team.
Oh, he deserved to get his ass kicked. Yeah.
He's going in. So the whole town, hell, the whole country thinks that Eddie was leading this fucking cult and murdered this innocent cheerleader. That is the narrative that has been spun, whether it's true or not, whatever. That's what everybody believes. The basketball
and he's going around painting Thanos was right on people's lockers.
Right. And he's walking around with the shirt out that's been banned. They've closed the club, and he's going, this guy that killed everybody. Oh yeah, your friends, fuck them. They were mean because they were trying to bring a guy
Manson.
Trying to bring a guy to justice.
Charles Manson.
Do that because Dustin is smarter. He would realize the way to redeem Eddie is to show what really happened. You're not going to change people's minds about Eddie. And it was just it was dumb. Dustin was acting like someone had done this to Steve, and not Eddie.
So Leo, welcome, by the way. So real quick, it's half true. So I think what he ended up doing distracted the bats. We don't know if he died for nothing, if we're being honest. He saw the bats going back to the house. So it's possible they could have got there and killed them. But we don't know. So honestly, it's possible that he died for nothing because they're in the house at that point and they're being tied up by the Vecna ropes. And then, right. And then the thing that happens with Vecna and release them and they go and shoot him. But Steve's first point, which is you didn't listen to me. I told you to go fucking through the doorway and you didn't listen. So he died when he didn't need to. That, in my opinion, is correct. And it's possible that what he did saved them, but we don't know. The bats could have done absolutely. I mean, there's no reason to believe the bats would have went in the house either.
I agree with that.
The three of them are under Vecna's thumb at that point, being choked to death. So the bats going back to the house doesn't really mean shit to them. They're already fucked, in my opinion. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's the thing: how can Max magically sneak away and have a little force field area where Vecna doesn't know that Max has been living in some cave in the world that only exists? Let me just now, if I'm getting this wrong, tell me. So all of this with the kids exists in Vecna's mind, but Vecna can't get into that mind. It can't get her.
Just the part that he's repressed because that's the place. It's not even the place where it happened. It's next to the place where he killed a guy, which was traumatizing. You're proving my
point that this is fucking
but also,
dumb.
He's the bad guy. Why would that be a memory that he would repress? That should be the memory that he celebrates. Like
I'm going somewhere with this. Okay. So Max, who was fully captured by Vecna. We don't know how she got out. We don't know what the hell's going on. She's just been hanging out there in her little cave. And then, suddenly she becomes this great mentor to another character that Holly, we give a shit about. But my point with this is Eddie is dead because bats. But Max isn't dead. When Vecna could have literally crushed her into jelly or just blew her up or whatever it is. Someone explain to me how this all works. How and why?
And it's like I was trying to remember what the explanation for why he wouldn't go in the cave was, and in Alan, you're fucking right. There is no explanation.
There's no, yeah.
And it's like, and
they
then,
literally did. Okay, they literally did the Rise of Skywalker meme, and I was "Are you freaking kidding me?"
You're
like
fucking
one of
referencing
the
Rise of
most
Skywalker
memed moments from that whole movie that everyone agrees was just total garbage, and we thought, hey. Let's take 8 and put her in this episode. Like, what are they thinking?
So they do the Rise of Skywalker knife thing, and then they fall into a tunnel. Like in Rise of Skywalker, they fall through the sand to find the knife. They just do it opposite here. She goes, "Oh, the shape of my kaleidoscope, which I found in Vecna's room, is the size of the cave." And then they fall in the cave. And it's like, this is horse shit. What are you doing?
It doesn't make any sense either. He carved a hole into the cover of a telescope,
of a plastic
so that
telescope.
When he's standing on the location of the secret place, it points to a cave. That doesn't help you find the place.
But
that's not a map
that way. It's not a map, but the other thing is, if you're too short, it wouldn't line up, and you wouldn't.
Yeah, she's like, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, she's not as tall as him. And also, if he gets older, it's not going to work. It's a terrible map.
I
draw a picture. Hey, there's a hole in the ground, and it's next to the cave that I won't go in because it's where I got molested.
Oh my fucking god!
It makes no sense.
So it really was that dumb. I mean, because again, I watched this once and I was complaining the whole time to everybody in a text group thing, and it just that whole scene with Max on Arrakis or wherever the fuck it was.
Arrakis, yes, I'm calling it Arrakis. I know.
And
I
then
know
they're
Brian
in the
wants to call it
cave,
Tatooine.
and then there's shit happening in the cave, and none of it matters, and just it was painful. But yeah,
there it is. There it is.
What is she like? Is she 5 feet tall? And then Vecna's like what? Like, let's say 5'10". Like, if anybody remembers Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, do you remember why the Nazis were digging in the wrong space? Because the staff they had was too tall and led them to the wrong place. The same situation is with that tiny little Holly chick versus like the much taller, what's his name? Vecna guy.
Camazots.
Yeah, the references to a Wrinkle in Time are out of control. But yeah, so this is the shape right there. That is the shape. It's the same shape as the cave. I think. Does she see the cave here? Is this where she sees the cave? She's like,
she
oh.
says M marks the spot.
Here's the problem.
It is literally
time out.
Literally the Rise of Skywalker. Sorry, go ahead.
Watch something. Wait. Okay, so Vecna, let's say he's average male height, 5'10", right?
Okay, but he was a kid when he fell through.
Shut up! Shut up! You can have the floor. Vecna's 5'10", okay? So his arms are going to be the length of a 5'10" man, right? Remember? So now we have a little girl who's 5 feet tall. Are her arms the same length as a 5'10" man, or are they about half the size? So when she stands there at 5 feet with her little arms and she holds her arms out, that would mean Vecna's been standing in the wrong place the whole time.
No, see,
do you guys see what I'm saying here?
You're wrong. All Hollywood have to do is wait for Stranger Things season 6, and then it would be in the right spot.
Oh yes, because she grow. True.
It's just you guys get what I'm talking about, right?
It's fucking.
I feel like
crazy.
such an asshole for having common sense. I'm sorry.
It's insane.
Like,
it is insane. It is just. It's what are they thinking? Insane. I thought Max has been searching all over the place, but she couldn't find this giant hole in the desert, or she just and you're right. How is this? So hold on. This sure doesn't look like a cave. So why is he afraid to go? He's afraid to go out into the desert too. Like
no, it's wrong.
They're not out in the desert.
They didn't think. They're stupid. They didn't realize, this completely negates
Well,
the thing that we set up.
But Alan, the reason I say this is they do this a lot, right? Because I was talking again. East and I we're watching this, right? And at the end, when she escapes and she just runs out of the pain tree, I guess we're calling it, runs out of the pain tree on Arrakis. She runs out. She looks like she's a good mile out there, maybe more. She's out there quite a ways. She yanks up a random rock, and lo and behold, hey, there's a portal there. She jumps through it and starts falling to her death. What is she falling above her? Right above the fucking Hawkins lab. And I'm like, how the fuck is she right above Hawkins lab? And East is like, well, I mean, you can like, this is Easton before his brain started kicking in and thinking. He's like, well, you know, it makes sense that Hawkins lab is right over where Vecna is because they're connected. I'm like, yes, that does sort of make sense, but they're not right over Hawkins lab. She ran a mile that way, so she should be a mile south of Hawkins lab, falling into a forest.
And also, everyone in the plan at the end of that episode, they all know that information. They say, "Oh, it's right underneath Hawkins lab," but Holly is the only one who could have told them.
Yes.
How would they know?
Oh my god, it's just
it
happens
crazy.
time and time again in these episodes. Like they keep, it's like, and then like it's like we said, every fucking like 10-15 minutes we have to have a character pause and exposition dump to try and explain what the fuck is going on, because it's all messed up. It's all screwed up.
And over and over and over again, they and they did it with Will. Remember, because I said Will was one of the X-Men. Will was Jean Grey, whatever it was. Will, the very next episode, has to be saved by 11, despite just defeating Vecna and staring Vecna down and saving Mike. And it's like, does he have superpowers because he wants Mike's dick in his mouth? Does that give him the balls?
It's because somehow after the fight, Mike got captured too.
But Mike was going to die, and suddenly by the power of cock.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. My point with that is, so we had this big buildup, and then the very next episode, Will is nerfed. Same thing happened with Holly falling through the whatever on top of Hawkins' lab. Looked great. I was like, holy shit, are they going to kill her? Sure enough, the next episode doesn't even bother to get to what the hell happened to her, because Nancy uses exposition to just say, oh, it's no big deal. And then Vecna uses her like a fucking yo-yo to yank her back up into the upside down again. And it's like that. None of that mattered. None of that mattered.
So Gamma, we'll talk about that here in a second, because that's a great question. Because the whole orb sequence is fucking complete nonsense too. But I'm trying to piece through the episodes real quick, because there's so much bullshit happening. So real quick, I wanted to touch on this real quick, because we have all this shit going on, right? So they're trying to formulate a plan back at the stupid radio station, and fucking Lucas comes up with this ridiculous, convoluted bullshit plan where they grab a dead Demogorgon, stick some metal rods in it, and heat it up with electricity to revive it and activate the Vecna mind flare particles to put Will back into the hive mind. A lot of problems with that. Erica, which I'm pissed off at the show for making me agree with, comes up with this nice, concise, simple plan. She says, well, how about we do this? Dustin had a mentor, his teacher, who taught Dustin everything he knows. How about we go get him and have him make a signal device so we can track Dustin? That's it. That's the plan. Sounds fucking wow. That's actually a good plan. And they go, oh, no. There's massive problems with both of these plans. It's like, no, there's not. There's no problem with Erica's plan. Erica's plan is simple, easy, and achievable.
And then
what's the problem?
Hopper says, "Oh, it took super long to build that Faraday cage," and then it cuts to it, and it's just like some board. It's just a bathtub with.
It's just But guys, think about what they did. They literally like crucified this Demogorgon and then shoved a big probe up its ass and then turned the power on to make it sizzle and pop like Jiffy Pop popcorn, and nothing happens. And it's like, but here's the thing. Didn't they say the Demogorgons only are a manifestation of, like, someone explain this to me. So the Demogorgons, they nerf them. They're suddenly not these big bad things. They only exist because of Vecna's mind because of this bullshit bridge that looks like a distended sphincter between.
No, they're creatures
the real
from
world?
the other world that on the other side of the wormhole.
Is that the
He found-
explanation?
yeah.
Okay. What still doesn't make
Apparently,
any sense, because how the fuck would then they know what Vecna's doing?
'Cause
Apparently,
he has psychic powers. He controls them.
apparently,
I
we're
don't know.
supposed to believe that the Demogorgons were living on Arrakis, and
Yeah.
when
Right.
he went there, he took control of the Mind Flayer, which also lived on Arrakis.
Oh, I
Which
think
now
this season
he's-
completely retcons the Mind Flayer. It doesn't. The Mind Flayer doesn't make any sense now.
I don't.
Right.
So apparently, the Mind Flayer is also living on Arrakis, and Henry took control of the Mind Flayer, and then being in control of the Mind Flayer, took control of all of the Demogorgons using the Mind Flayer to create a hive mind. I guess. I think that's what we're supposed to believe.
Okay.
I cannot believe, Steve, you and I, after all these years, we're sitting here having this same goddamn conversation about another show like The Witcher and like Wheel of Time, where you and I are actually putting infinite more levels of thought and dedication into making sure that whatever is on screen has continuity and makes sense to the audience. Here we are again. The Duffer Brothers could give two shits less. The check's already cashed. They're going off to whoever they're going to go to again. And here we are, another show that has literally pulled a pin on a grenade and stuffed it down its own shorts and blown its nuts off.
Yeah,
That's
and it's
another
and
show.
it's so unnecessary too, because
Yes.
the Upside Down didn't need, like, it made
No.
more sense. It didn't need an explanation. It didn't need a plot twist. It makes less sense now, and it didn't, like, I don't even think you needed to give an explanation for it. It's just the demon realm, right? It's just
It's
the
just-
dark version of Earth where the shadow monster. It doesn't need to be explained. It's just
The
bad
D
stuff.
and so how does this now tie into D&D?
It doesn't.
Exactly. That's why I keep saying they've lost the plot. They've lost the plot because everything they used to be able to make these educated guesses because they were applying it to D&D lore, and so they were trying to make these
From actual
educated guesses
modules.
from to try and apply that to real world logic through D&D, and they were pretty close.
And
So
now,
that's
in
why-
order to make
and
those
now-
same guesses, Dustin needs to know quantum physics.
Yes.
Yes.
Instead,
Well, and we need to listen to an ugly lesbian ramble on with autism for at least 18 minutes of screen time,
Oh my
being
gosh.
quirky before the show goes, holy shit, the episode's almost over. Let's have something dramatic happen.
do you know
That's
the
it.
most repeated in these 3 episodes? The line that was said the most times was, "We don't have time.
Yes.
The
I
world is
believe it.
ending tomorrow," and yet
Yeah.
they took half of the episode to have a coming out party. They took Robin sitting down with her girlfriend for a chat
Yes.
for another 15 minutes.
Yes.
Every single scene starts off like, "Oh, this is really important. Let's stop and talk about our feelings." You had Max
Exposition.
and the girl with
Okay.
freedom in sight. The exit sign is shining there. "Hey, let's
This
talk for
close.
15 minutes. Let me give you a
Oh
pep
my
talk."
God! Yes.
Like
Easton was
like
losing it. He's
this
"Why are you
hadn't
walking?"
happened to you before, where you were this close to escaping and it was pried from your hand. It had happened to her twice, right?
Yes.
Like, she'd already almost escaped twice. Nah, we got time for a little chat, lady. Who else had a chat? There was I mean we got the not proposal chat. We got a Mike and Dustin chat, which was like finally
I would have
everyone
to go
was
back
chatting. And yet they
I would
kept
have
saying,
to go back and look.
don't have time.
Leo. I don't
We
know.
don't have time.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Oh yeah,
I'm done.
no. It was driving me crazy watching them just have this conversation, and it's like
It was
it's all because
I felt trolled. I felt trolled, like they were literally doing it just to piss us off in the audience. That's how that
I-
scene felt.
I need to. I may go back and look, Leo. I'm not sure because I know they did the whole fleeing the acrobat thing with the
Maybe.
the event horizon explanation where you put the thing, for the alternate dimension thing, right? So I know they did that. I don't know
Yeah,
if they did
but
the wormhole thing, but
it
like
could
it doesn't matter, honestly. A
it could
brief
just
mention
be a
of it,
wormhole into the upside
the
down.
upside down.
That's kind of what it
Yeah.
already was.
Like
It didn't need.
why? So why is the upside down look like Hawkins and not Arrakis? Like
It's the day that it was created. So the other side of the upside down, there is an upside down for Arrakis too. When you saw Holly climb through the thing, she was in the Arrakis upside down, and then she fell through the sky into the Hawkins upside down. It's silly.
Wait, you're telling
Yeah.
me where Vecna is the Arrakis upside down?
Yeah, Vecna is in Arrakis. She climbed through the cracks in Arrakis and came out.
She just fell.
And no. It shows her coming out the other side of Arrakis upside down, and then she falls into the sky and falls down into Hawkins upside down. So there's two worlds, two upside downs, big sky, portal in between.
But there's three.
That makes no sense.
There's three what's?
It's even way worse. Okay,
Oh, there's the mind
Arrakis, but Arrakis is on the other side of the cave, and on the other side of the cave is Vecna's like green woods thing.
The cave is inside his mind. The cave isn't a real place.
God. But then how the fuck is it Arrakis? And how can I mean?
No,
again,
Arrakis is a
mad
different
at you.
planet.
I'm not
There's
mad
two
at you.
planets. I know.
I know your
Yes.
explanation. I'm just saying, has someone in an audience who I think has seen a lot of sci-fi, I think this is bullshit. Okay,
It's many upside down.
You're not bullshit. It's just they don't. The thing is they create these situations in these worlds that don't have any connection just to move a plot forward based on exposition. And in that exposition, they don't even tell us where we are and what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
They just have random shit happen on the screen, and they overwhelm you with dialogue to have you like try and forget that. How the fuck are we in Vecna's mind? But then there's a cave that Vecna can't go to that Max has been in for 4 years, and then on the other side of that,
she said it was like a year.
Well, so late to the party. It's one of those things. If you want to be informed about how bad it is, because I honestly think this is going to be a Game of Thrones season 8 thing. I think you should watch it to know what's going on.
In its own way, yes.
Because I think this is on the level of the tragedy and the travesty that Game of Thrones season 8 was the Game of Thrones. Yeah. This is an utter fail. It misses on every, and it's like you said, Alan. I have to go back and look because I didn't catch that part. But why don't they immediately start falling on the other upside down? Right?
I don't know.
But,
I don't know.
Right,
I don't know.
Right.
I don't.
But
it shows her crawling out. Okay.
No, I believe you. That's why I got to go back and look. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you're saying all this, and I think you're probably right. But listen to all the bullshit you're having to say to try to explain.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just what. Oh, it's like. Oh, I know what we need. We need to call somebody in to take a 5-minute break to explain everything like you've done with everything else. Cue Robin. Well, I am Robin. This is how the new parallel universe upside down works. See, now if we guess that this is this and that's that, then this goes like this and that goes like that, and then that goes like that, and you go twirly, and then that's and I'm Robin. Bye. Everybody understand what we're doing now? Like they do that like 5 or 6 times where they stop the narrative that's fucked to try and explain to you what the fuck is happening. Because everything's so fucked, you can't figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's Salty, I get why you're confused. It's like, so the forest is Vecna's mind. Does that mean the red realm? Is the red realm another place? Is that his mind too?
But that's the whole thing. I understand what Alan was saying. I mean, I get it. Yeah. I get what the show wants me to believe. The problem is that I, as the audience, have to be able to suspend my disbelief enough to believe that. After all of the
down
shit,
in the upside down,
using that ugly, stupid, mean, vicious woman, Maya Hawke, to sit there and try and be quirky and cute lesbian is not convincing me of any of the shit that's coming out of her dirty whore mouth. Okay.
So why? So play it a little bit more, Alan, because this is why is she? So Why?
Yeah,
why?
here we go.
Why?
Pause it,
Why?
pause it,
Why?
pause it.
So they could have. It could be the explanation, which the show did not provide, is because she's from the other world. That's where she's drawn to. But
Well, you've created that so
I know,
but
it's a bad
This
one.
is
Right,
an
it's bad.
Alanism.
It's
This is
bad.
not from the show.
well, that's what he said. That, to be fair, that's what he said. But so it's like that, right? So I see that she's crawling through land, but why didn't she just crawl out and stand up?
I don't know.
It's like you're right. Is it because she's not from that side, so she's gravitated to the other side because that's where she's from?
But if you
fucking
look
know.
at the diagram, though, so you've got two worlds, and right, the outside of my hands are the two worlds, and they're connected by the upside. I'm just flipping it. They're connected by the upside downs, right? So it doesn't make sense.
I'm
trying to come up with an explanation.
I get what you're saying is she's coming out of land. What I'm saying is she should have come out and started walking, but instead, because they need her to fall back to Hawkins, she didn't stand up and start walking. She just fell.
It's because they needed her to fall back to Hawkins so that she could tell Dustin, "Hey, this place is directly above Vecna's lair." So that everyone knew that piece of information for the next scene.
But you remember season 4. Do you remember there was the hole in the trailer where Eddie lived, remember? And they had to get on a chair to go up through the hole to get into the upside down. Do you remember that? Like,
yeah, that was cool.
We'll call the right side up here. But then to get to the upside down, they have to go up. But now that they're in the upside down, you're telling me that there's a distance. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why didn't Dustin and Eddie fall the way that Holly did?
That's the problem. Is in Alan's explanation is the only one that works, which the show doesn't give, is because they're from the Earth side, so when they go in the upside down, they stay right side up.
Their particles are drawn to.
But the problem with that, Alan, and the reason doesn't work is because the Demogorgons are walking on the Hawkins side.
I didn't say it was a good explanation.
But it doesn't work.
But the show
doesn't
did
work,
this.
though.
Episode 1 or 2.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Episode 1 or 2 of season 5. How did Hopper get into the upside down? He drove through an aperture or a hole in the back of a half-track military truck. There was no falling. There was no flipping. There was nothing happening. Nothing rattled around. They simply drove through a hole in a building at Hawkins' lab. Do you remember that? And then they were in the upside down.
It doesn't make any sense. That's the problem. Is we're trying to make it make sense. It doesn't. It's gonna be Leo. It's gonna have to be one hell of a fucking finale. Like I'll say this, and it's possible, but it's gonna have to be the best finale ever written for television because this whole season is a mess.
It's already just so
silly,
silly, though. I mean, this episode ends with Nancy mowing down
Nancy's Rambo
soldiers.
Where are all the boys? Alan, where are all the boys? Where are all the boys?
Okay, if you're Hopper and you're like, I'm making this plan. Yeah, let's put Nancy on top.
Well, because Nancy,
how is that not the choice that you like? Look, that's where I would go.
Don't you remember in season 1?
All the boys are hiding and scared in the box truck while Nancy is on the top.
Send the women and children first. You know,
guys, don't you remember in season 1
and
when
maybe
Jonathan
they'll take mercy?
Remember when Jonathan couldn't shoot the gun in season 1? That made Nancy a gun expert, guys. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
She can shoot every gun on Earth.
But Nancy shamed Steve. Nancy was acting like this badass, like, oh, Steve, you don't know how to shoot. And she's like, well, I shot BB guns. And it's like, bullshit. This guy was shooting guns in season 3 or 4. Do you remember that? The show doesn't.
Look, Steve is dodging a massive bullet with Nancy. Steve could do so much better. Steve just needs to move the fuck on. No, Steve needs. Well, no, that's why I was sort of glad that they had the. We got to talk. Okay, we got to talk about the melting, the orb scene now. Okay, so I want to bring the orb back up, but that's why I'm sort of glad that Nancy and Jonathan had their little unmarriage thing, because Steve is now free because it looks like Nancy and Jonathan have mended their relationship.
Yeah.
So Steve is free of Nancy. They can just continue to be friends. And yeah, where is the bat? Good question. Why isn't Steve walking around with his fucking trademark bat?
Also, where are the bats?
So can I
from season 4?
Where's anything? So can I ask a question? Because I was confused about this. Okay, where did the orb come from, Alan? Do you know where the orb even came from?
I think it's antimatter that was created when the
Nancy shot the shotgun.
Byproduct.
Well, but no, it was there prior.
I don't know, man.
So it was there. So the explanation. Hold on, let me get through it. Let me get through this. Hold on. So the explanation is Dustin found Dr. Brennan's notes. Mm-hmm. Apparently, there's antimatter on the top of Hawkins' lab. How did it get there? Nobody fucking knows. Nobody fucking told us. We don't know. It's just
it's in the upside down.
In the upside down. Why it's there? Nobody fucking knows, but it's there. Apparently, Dr. Brennan is hanging. How is apparently Dr. Brennan's hanging out in Hawkins' lab in the upside down, or are those his notes that were copied from Hawkins? I don't know. Whatever.
Doesn't make sense.
So there's a globe of antimatter sitting up there. Nancy's first thought
it's also cloaked. It's
cloaked, right? Cloaked, like the Death Star, right? Because the Death Star had a cloak, right? Oh, sorry. So Nancy, they find this thing. So they're walking up this thing. The whole top of the building has melted like it's fucking bad resin from a 3D printer. Okay, so they get upstairs. In the meantime, Dustin is being Omega prick again and causing problems because he's a fucking douchebag in the season. Starts to try and beat up Steve, and Steve's like, "Fuck you, stop it! I don't want to break your neck, Steve. You should have broke Dustin's neck."
I agree.
They break the radio. Nancy then, instead of deciding to wait and go, "Hey, we found this thing. Let's go talk to Steve and Dustin, figure out what we're gonna do." She just decides to bust out Shoddy and shoot the giant ball of energy in the sky because Dustin said it was sort of like Star Wars. And then the roof starts to melt after a fucking wave of energy pops off.
Well, here's the thing. Like I firearms real quick. Okay. If Nancy had a 50 caliber or 30 caliber rifle, okay, 50 caliber.
It was a shotgun, I think, is what she had.
Shotgun is a room clearing weapon. Okay, maybe with a slug, if you are proficient with a shotgun, you maybe, I don't know, 30, 20 yards. If you're an expert shot, maybe you can go beyond that. After a certain point, the velocity of the slug, because it's not aerodynamic, a slug, okay, it just starts to fall. Now, if you're using buckshot, it's just tiny little bearings that are out there, and those spread like this. They don't go like this in a straight line. What would be a very high caliber military grade round, a shell with like that much powder, and then like steel casing that would fly that far. So her shooting at the ball of the fire in the sky, quarter mile away with a shotgun, is absolutely stupid. Okay, I'm just gonna say that.
I don't think it's that far away, but
I'm sorry if you find point taken, Leo. But you see that thing, you're not going, "Oh, I'm just gonna shoot it." It's a giant ball of energy floating in the sky. Like you just go, "Okay, well, shoot the fucking thing." Like talk about, especially the problem, the big problem I have with you are walking up and the whole place is melting.
It's melting, but it's
causing that.
Until the show doesn't need the building to melt anymore. And Zach, you're right. It ended.
This is prior to before she shot it. It had already started. It had melted half the shit around it. So she's walking up. The whole place is melting. They find the thing and they don't think, "Oh, well, fuck. This is the thing that melted the building. Maybe we should rethink our strategy." No, she just shoots it and the thing starts to melt the building again. Who would have thought?
Also,
except for one room, the Omega room of strength doesn't melt. The Omega room with the double protected door of godlyhood and the table of justice doesn't melt. Everything else melts.
On top of that, the radio wasn't even all the way broken. You heard part of Dustin's message, and they showed it. They showed them listening to Justin over the radio, and it was like, "Don't." Oot that ball.
She doesn't.
And you're like,
she doesn't have any. She
oh,
doesn't have any
gee,
more.
I can't understand what he said. And it's made worse because Robin understands the same kind of message with the same amount of interruptions, saying, oh, it sounds like she said that they found the girl. So,
Well,
like,
hey,
even
that's
if
okay.
you
You'd be
didn't know
fine,
what the
too.
message was, you can
You wouldn't
tell,
have melted either.
hey, he's trying to say something. Maybe wait 2 seconds.
Yes, yeah, he's sitting up there yelling like fucking panic, and she's just like, whatever, shoot. It's just it's wild. And then like that's not even the worst of it, right? It's like, okay, fine. That was the plan. They found the thing. They shot it. It's irresponsible. It's stupid. It's not whatever. But Nancy's
Also,
an idiot. So would she shoot it? Maybe. The biggest problem with this whole
what
thing
is some
is
buckshot gonna do to an antimatter ball?
That's not how shotgun loads work. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be that guy, but that is not how shotguns work. 9mm wouldn't do, just again. You have to have like
disintegrate.
if she had like a tow, like some type of anti-tank weapon, or maybe like a missile, maybe it would do something. But I mean, that's not how shotguns fucking work. Okay.
oh my god, is this where we is this? Oh geez, I'm gonna take it off the screen. But it's just like and like yes, that's all fucked up. But the biggest problem is still the fact that everything starts melting.
Yes.
Except for the room they're in.
Well, and here's the thing: how much of the screen time, in part,
they melted.
Just taking a
through
step
the
back.
ceiling.
Why does Nancy have infinitely more dialogue and infinitely more screen time than Mike, or Steve, or Lucas? Like the reason why I fell in love with this show, and we talked about it in our text group, was because I like those boys. This was a show about boys growing up in the 80s.
And the chemistry between them was just phenomenal.
Yes, and their friendship and them overcoming the bullshit that teenage boys has to go through.
Yeah.
Nancy, you can have her. Then we got Ugly, that stupid, dreadful woman, Maya Hawke, coming into the show, and suddenly it's just become, she is on screen more than any other character except maybe Holly for part 2. Yeah. But in all of this, we're sitting here because I'm going to speak for myself. The reason why I'm so frustrated with this is because I did not start out to watch this show to not like it.
Yeah.
I desperately wanted to have this show stick the landing.
Well,
I really wanted it to stick the landing.
Because season 4 was great. And we were like, wow, they've course corrected. It's getting better.
But I am not nitpicking. I don't make YouTubes where I bitch about everything anymore, because there's a lot to bitch about. I just don't watch it because fuck it. But I'm on here with Steve right now because this is something that my cold, dead heart and my bitterness, this was this tiny little piece of love cheese left in the pantry of my soul, was that please God, just let this end okay. Not even great, just okay. And this show has managed to defy any reasonable expectations of being bad. Like, this is bad in ways that I didn't know it was possible for $100 million, $300 million production to be bad. It is bad at a fundamental level where no one looked at this script and went, why the fuck are we having exposition dumps for 2/3 of our episode when you have a production budget of 300 or whatever it is million
and
dollars?
3 years of production time.
Yes.
Was it that?
It's just,
I think it was more.
Yeah. But where's Mike? Where's Lucas? Why aren't we getting the band back together? Why aren't we having Dustin do what we love Dustin
They got them back together so they can have an intervention.
Well, yeah. It's just, I mean, again, guys, like, this is stuff where I don't know if it's just like I all the stuff I've seen in social media, they're all saying this too, and I'll stop talking. I'm not trying to be monologue here. I was in my comic book shop yesterday. There was a late 20, well, he's a late teenager. He's, some skinny looking dude with an anime t-shirt, black hair, and he had like this red, like whatever streak in his hair. And I was talking to the comic book shop owner who's like, he's a little bit younger than me. And we were talking about Stranger Things, and he interrupts us, this kid, 17, 18. He says, "You guys talking about Stranger Things?" And I said, "Yeah, what did you think about it?" He said, "It sucks. It's a piece of shit." And I said, "Really?" He listed off everything that you and I have said. Why is Max this? Why is Holly the point of the show? Why are the boys not on the show? Why is Robin always on the screen? And then he said something interesting. His parents, who I guess are probably my age or your guys' age, he said his parents tried to watch the first episode of season 5 that came out, and he said they're out. And he said that it broke their hearts. And so he's been watching this just because he's trolling on it with his friends and making Reddit posts about how much this show sucks. And this is just some random 17, 18-year-old kid. So it's not just me being some bitter burnout 55-year-old Gen X guy.
No,
I think this is kind of everybody hates this goddamn thing.
Well, I think this comment nails it on the head right here from Bridge here. Too much bloat this season. The show's appeal was simple, and they added so much excess that they couldn't properly manage the pacing, the dialogue, and the tension. Too many characters, too much focus on lesser characters. I'd add to that too, but I think you nail it on the head right there. Nick, what's up? $5. Merry belated Christmas for the Therapist Fund, because it sounds like another show kneecapped you guys. I don't regret giving up on TV. You're fucking not wrong, Nick. But so I just wanted this shot, for anybody that doesn't know, this is now the upside down. It is the tube of a wormhole is the upside down.
Well, everything you've seen in the upside down is inside the tube.
Is inside this tube. And also I forgot who brought it up. I forgot who brought it up earlier, but we're busy talking about how gay we are at the end of the last episode. Do we forget there's a giant hole in this now? And what is happening with that giant hole? Nothing.
No, because they mentioned several times we don't have time. The world is ending tomorrow. So,
but that's not because of the hole. That's because of Vecna. No, they're talking about Vecna converging.
No. They never bring up the fact that
they don't bring up the hole.
Nope.
I looked it up though. I was wrong about the timeline. It's not 3 years. Okay. 3.5 years between seasons. It's 3 years and 6 months. What? No. Yes. Almost exactly. 3.5 years.
Oh, don't put that bitch on screen.
Hold on, real quick for a second.
Between season 4 and 5.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This is the scene, and then finish your thought. This is the scene where Robin teaches the science geeks science. Just so you know. Okay, go ahead. My bad. Right, Robin we have to have a break so Robin can science for the science geeks.
Fucking women in STEM.
Do you know how long the gap? Do you know how long the gap was between season 7 and season 8 of Game of Thrones? Which also ended. We've paralleled it already. It ended horribly.
Please say 3.5 years.
But I mean, you could see the production value on screen. It was the story that was the problem. Like the thing looked good,
yes,
right?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was 1.5 years.
Oh, okay. So it was less.
They delayed it by half a year because they needed to get the winter scenes shot, and so they had to scoot their schedule back because winter was coming and going really quickly. A year and a half.
Do you remember liking this show starting in season 1, Steve? Because it was the Robin show and the boys were just literally background dressing. Do you remember that?
I don't care. That's what I hope there's a meme of that, Boosh. There's got to be a meme of that with Will. I don't care. Fuck it. So look at that roof's looking pretty. That roof is looking pretty melted through right there, right? But everything's melting.
That didn't kill them. I don't know. Well,
right, right. So they're in the room now, going over all of their fucking. Apparently the melting shit isn't.
They stole that from an 80s movies. The Duffer Brothers stole a lot of shit. A lot.
Why is it?
So and when I was watching this,
cold?
Steve,
but here's the thing. It's a metaphor, the whole scene.
Well, here's the thing. This scene is it's almost frame for frame stolen from a 19, I think it's early 80s. I think it's 84, 85, called The Final Countdown, where there's scenes of the men into melted bulkhead like that. It's straight out of that movie that's in the melty room. But my point with that is, remember how we had to sit through Snyder's what was that horrible goddamn science fiction thing that we lost our minds on?
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon. You remember how Snyder kept stealing from other great movies
Yeah.
and taking scenes and putting them in?
Mhm.
The Duffer Brothers had done that throughout season 5. Okay, they've absolutely done that. They did it with The Final Countdown. They did it with the Alien. They did it with the Matrix. With, remember, Holly ripping the Matrix feeding tube out of her mouth. That was there. It's just, all of this just feels like these guys, they literally were just like Googling movie scenes and then putting them into their incoherent exposition laden shit that's called season 5.
And it would happen in earlier seasons too, and it's because season 1 was amazing and original, and then they're like, oh, people liked the show because it's set in the 80s, and not because it was a good show, and so the show kind of just became homage reference to things that happened in the 80s, the show.
Man, so
This was
lucky.
such a waste of time.
Everything is solidified. We're so lucky that it's now like the chairs and the table and the walls are the only things that didn't melt. Everything else melted.
Also, if you're gonna break up with your girlfriend, go return the ring. Don't throw it into the goop.
Okay, I'm not the only one that thought that then. See,
Like,
I agree with Alan 100%.
This guy's
Fuck that
poor. This guy's really poor.
Yeah. Go back to Zales and get your $45 back for that piece
And
of
if there's
shit
no
lock that you
refunds,
got.
then you go pawn it.
That's right. You know what else is interesting? And this is just a side note because I'm an audiophile and I have all of the other previous seasons on vinyl because I like the music that was on there. I'd actually pre-ordered season 5 blind, just expecting that even if this wasn't a good ending to the show, that it was going to be a good soundtrack. Well, let me tell you, as much care and effort and thought went into this show and writing the script as it did the soundtrack for this goddamn show. It's an embarrassment. This show is set in 1987. What hits have you heard from 1987? Do you even know, other than them using Tiffany once? You know, Whitesnake, Here I Go Again came out in 1987. Do you know multiple Madonna slow dance songs that were big at like My Junior Prom were in
I've
that?
heard Running Up That Hill in every episode because
But Running Up That Hill comes from much earlier in the 80s in that Kate Bush album, which I have on vinyl. My point with this is that nobody seemed to give a fuck about this episode, about in any way in the continuity of what it was in 1987, because there are so many great songs that came out in 1987 that nobody could even be bothered to do the licensing for to put on the vinyl for this show. It's incomprehensible.
So real quick, did anybody else get really irritated when we then devolved even further into mystery box nonsense when we are about to see what's in the case, and then we have Max shoot her head around the corner and it's like, oh hey, stop looking at what's in the case. This what's in the case must be really important. Oh hey, I'm back. Don't look at the case. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
so
I'm like,
that's how Vecna got his powers from a little case.
This is quintessential. Yes, this is quintessential mystery box nonsense right here. This is once again mystery box bullshit, and I'm so fucking tired of it. We're gonna get it was a chemical experiment, so it's not really Vecna's blood. It really was Brenner or some scientific thing gone wrong that made fucking Vecna. And it's like, and that whole retcon with the fucking it's not really them. It was actually just Vecna's blood. So we need 11 now because 11's blood is going to work, but not 8's blood for some fucking reason. Because reasons. It's like, this doesn't make any sense.
I have a theory. Let me tell you my theory, and then go ahead, Alan. My theory is that 11 is going to sacrifice herself to cause some type of a singularity or quantum imbalance because of whatever is in that case literally erases the last 5 episodes of television, and the show ends all the way back to the beginning Mike and Will and Lucas and Dustin having this like Wakanda like shield generator wave of light go over them, and them going, wow, that was weird, did you feel that? And Dustin like, it must have been a quantum flux or something like that. In everything that we've watched, never happened. That's what I think they're going to do with this show. That's how I think they're going to end it.
God. Oh God. Did anybody else think Max was just going to get up and start walking?
Yes.
And she was going to be just completely fine after getting out of a coma. I
love
that was the one thing.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It was the only thing that I thought they got right, was that she actually didn't just wake up from a coma and start walking around like she was just chilling, right? She's just like, oh, I'm good. I haven't been in a coma for 2 years. I'm good. I could just walk around and be fine. So I was like, okay, at least they got that right.
Am I the only one that saw the black man Lucas pushing the white woman around and thought, driving Miss Daisy? Like, am I the only one that thought that Max has a black chauffeur pushing her around in the wheelchair?
Yes, ma'am.
I guess I'm an asshole. Okay.
Well, so if they want to do what your idea and just erase 11 from history, self-sacrifice, erase 11 from history, the final scene could be them playing D&D, and the monster is a false Hydra that steals your memories. And so like, oh, we don't remember. You had a party member with you, but she disappeared, and you don't remember who she was. Anyway, I was at Dragonsteel, which was depressing. But there was a really good panel with Christopher Ruccio, Roquillo, the Sun Eater, which I haven't read yet, but I've heard is really good. Al Dan likes him. And he said probably it's just like my favorite comment in regards to the state of current media. And the panel was about the panel was with a bunch of artists that like to traumatize their main characters. And he was saying, it's like, well, like, why do you do it? It's like, because it makes the stories good.
Yes.
And he's like, the Marvel has been, because they brought up Marvel several times already in the panel. And he's like, Marvel is in the state they are in right now, where everyone hates them and they suck because they think that they have to keep upping the stakes.
Yeah.
And they don't realize they can just take everything back to the beginning, and all they have to do is hurt their main character really badly and then have him learn and grow. And then he summed it all up. He's like, you have to remember that scale does not determine quality.
Exactly.
And that is exactly what this show is. It's so freaking ridiculous that they have to have all these twists and, oh, it's a wormhole. And actually it was Vecna all along. And also Vecna was created by a box and also this and also, and there's more kids and there's more things and it's even stranger. And also Demogorgons can wipe out entire battalions of trained soldiers. And also it doesn't make the story better. It makes it really crappy.
In what you were just saying is absolutely true. It's complexity for complexity's sake. And what it does is it creates a 10-mile wide lake that is about a half an inch thick. And the problem is once you start trying to swim in that world, you realize, my problem is that I'm in an inch and a half thick of water that's pretending to be an ocean full of cannon in depth, and there's nothing. It's fucking nothing.
The only reason I've held on to this show for so long is because of the characters. Season 1 is a perfect season of television. Like there are zero flaws. It's phenomenal. It's a 10 out of 10. Seasons 2 and 3 were very mediocre. They weren't this bad. There's bad stuff.
3.
There's bad stuff in them.
2 sucked.
Okay. There's a lot of stupid. Yeah, 2 is worse, obviously. There's stupid stuff in both seasons, but it's still bearable,
enjoyable,
because the characters are still really well written.
Good character.
That's it. The characters were who they were.
Yep. And so you're forgiving of a lot of the flaws. And then you get season 4 and you're like, wait a second. Are we back? Like season 4 was
rock and roll.
It wasn't season 1, but it was pretty close.
Yep.
Like it was, they finally, they were stuck with, unfortunately, they were still stuck with the stupid Russia stuff. But you could tell that they realized it was a bad idea. They're like, okay, let's quickly get out of here. Let's get back to the basics. And it freaking worked. It was what they had.
And remember how season 4 ended? We were sold that the whole world was basically the apocalypse, and it was gonna be the Scooby-Doo gang in the apocalypse trying to unfuck what Vecna did. And what did we get instead?
We covered it up with some metal sheets that aren't even like they're just laying. They're just.
And
they're just laying down on top of the cracks. They're not bolted down or anything.
Why do they keep bowling into the army zone and killing soldiers when they can just lift the steel plate and go to the upside down?
Very good question. Very good question.
Why?
Because we wanted Nancy to look awesome and kill people.
Like, as soon as they did that, it's like you guys are just getting off on killing people.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Just yank the thing off. Just get a fucking tractor trailer, yank the fucking plate off, and you have instant access to the upside down anywhere you want. And
I have a question.
Sorry, to finish my thought, like season 5 has been so depressing. Because I don't even like the characters anymore.
That's where I'm at.
This even like and the characters that were still interesting, I have completely. Dustin and Steven are assholes to each other this whole season. Like their very first scene together is them yelling at each other. Like it was Dustin's fault, but he was beaten to a pulp, and Steve just starts yelling at him, and you're like, dude, he doesn't even seem concerned about Dustin. You're like, dude, what happened? You were messing with the bullies. Why do you keep doing that, Dustin? Like, it's not going to help the situation. I get you're lashing out because your friend died, but I'm your friend too. Don't kill yourself, right? Yeah. That would have been
the real conversation.
And you just yell at him. Wow, you big dumb idiot! Like I don't care. I want all of these characters to die. I want this show to just crash and burn. Even if the finale is awesome, it will not forgive these 7 episodes of complete and utter garbage, and I don't think the finale is going to be awesome.
That's why I want the Thanos snap. I want the Thanos snap to go back to the very beginning and erase everything. I'd rather have that than some bullshit.
And then on top of that, then you can keep going, Salty. The characters that haven't been destroyed haven't been given any time.
Yeah.
No.
Mike
where's
has nothing. Mike, where's Mike?
Mike hasn't been destroyed yet.
Mike shows
because
up
he's had no screen time.
Mike shows up.
Lucas, all Lucas does, he's a paperweight. All he does is keep changing batteries on that goddamn radio, playing Kate Bush. That's it.
Mike keeps showing up.
And then the first thing that she says is, "I didn't even need it."
Yeah, I didn't need it. Mike shows up. He's like, "Oh, 11, you're great. I love you, but let's not kiss or anything." And then Mike's gone. Fucking Hopper has like sort of been around, but not really. He's just there to make stupid decisions. Oh, by the way, how the fuck did they just figure out this kryptonite thing? Because I thought the whole sound wave thing that they stole from the Incredible Hulk was going to be a discovery that they found from torturing 8. But apparently they just tortured 8 for her blood. They just figured out. They just figured
where I was going to go.
I thought they were torturing her and amplifying her brainwaves and using that as a thing.
No, they just knew it. They had those set up for her before. They just knew the sound wave thing worked. It's like, if you knew that worked, then why didn't you do it before? Like,
and why aren't they doing it now? And I mean, that's the whole thing. Steve, that's exactly where I was going to go with all of this is, why is Linda Hamilton in this gang of mercenaries in the Upside Down getting women pregnant with 8's blood, and then 8 is like in some weird X-Men like restraining chamber? But my question again is, why are they in the Upside Down breeding kids to become more like Vecna? I mean,
and
why?
in the same breath, she says she's the entire reason all of this started too. So
yes,
it's her fault, but I want to create more of them. I guess she says because we want to use the Demogorgons as weapons in Russia, but like It's so
but the Demigorgons aren't from the Upside Down,
They're
which
from
if
the other
she
world.
knows, the military know. But do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
And in the same breath, she's so incompetent that her entire army gets wiped out in seconds by a couple of Demogorgons.
yes.
So I'll do you one better, Ox. I think Will should have already killed Mike in episode 4. I've said that.
Yeah.
We've said this several times.
Autoerotic
Will-
asphyxiation.
Will should
sucking his
have
dick.
Will
Yes.
should have gone evil and been Team Vecna in episode 4 and killed Mike.
Yes.
And that would have launched your second half of the season with the whole
Agreed.
team in shock, including Will's
Empire
mom.
Strikes Back. Empire
And
Strikes Back.
Will would be
Right there.
Team Vecna, and Mike would be dead. The heart of the team is dead, and 11
Yes.
goes batshit.
Yeah, but then
And-
you can't
Yes.
lecture the audience on how good it is to be gay.
Be gay, yeah, that's true. You lose that part, but Robin could do that, right? And then
Oh,
Will
you're
pops
right.
her head up.
You're right.
Then Will,
No,
Will
that's
pop-
better.
Brandon.
That's better. More
Yeah.
dialogue for Robin. That's how you
Well,
fix the show.
That bitch cannot be the face of being gay, because I think there's a lot of lesbians that would come over to our team again. I'm just saying.
Well, then
that.
Will
She's
could
not
just pop her.
persuasive.
Will could just pop her head off and be like, "Enough of you."
Oh, look at
Stop.
this.
So this was.
I work
so
in
this was-
healthcare, and I'm going to tell you, this is absolute bullshit. Okay,
so I
I'm
just
just
wanna say
gonna
real
say
quick-
that.
You didn't pay it. You don't have media literacy. You didn't pay attention to the scene. You didn't notice that it cuts away and shows the dial of the dryer, and it's pointed to hot.
Well, I saw, and I'm well aware
So
that
that
back then, they
makes
used
those
gas
things blow up.
in the
Okay.
80s. Industrial dryers used gas. I understand all of this. The problem is that's not how this works. Okay, if you blew up a whole truck of those goddamn things, fine, but it is not a high intensity explosion like a mortar hitting in a laundromat. Okay,
So, but
Also, like, what's
real-
causing the ignition?
So all this whole scene is just.
if it was gas
those-
dryers, it would be the
spark?
pilot light on a gas heater. That's the only explanation I have. Sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
What about Holly? Explain, Holly. I'm trying to forget Holly. So this whole scene is stole right from Jurassic Park. This is the raptors hunting the kids in Jurassic Park's kitchen, right? But that's not the biggest problem I have with the scene. And yes, the dryer exploding because of the hero of the day, Nancy, Mama Wheeler, limping around in the hospital, getting super speed somehow. Yeah, but I found it really funny that they're hiding behind a dryer while blaring music on their fucking boombox, trying to
'cause
hide.
When it
So,
cut to the
like-
scene with the Demogorgons, they filtered that audio out so the audience couldn't hear it as loudly.
Well, Robin even
Neither
says,
could the Demogorgons
says-
because of the
no,
mixer. The mixer
well,
saved the day.
well, Robin's like, Lucas, turn it off. And Lucas is like, no. So we know it wasn't turned off. So Kate Bush is blaring in their hiding spot, and they think that they're hiding from the Demogorgons. And then, the sound of the dryer is so attractive to the Demogorgons because earlier we learned that if you're not the target of a Demogorgon, you stop in your tracks and go, like, you don't stop to eat people that are right in front of you. You make a hard
Run
left
fast.
and go after the target, right? So apparently the oxygen tank in the dryer is their target because instead of going after their target, they make a hard right and go to the dryer. So apparently Robin just smells really bad, so they didn't want
Yes.
to eat her, but they really want to eat the oxygen tank, which Mrs. Wheeler put in the dryer to blow up
Yes.
the 3 demo dogs. Because
here's the other
Yeah.
thing about this scene. Here's the other thing about this scene. It deliberately has Lucas cowering. If you watch the scene, Lucas is cowering and afraid and being like, but I have to sit here and allow all of us to die because I need this song to keep playing. So here's the thing about that. You can set the radio down, put your girlfriend who's catatonic in the ugly lesbian character's arms, let them run off while you, as a fucking man, grab a pole or grab a big metal cart and distract the Demogorgons by racing in to face certain death like a man would, to allow the women to escape out the fucking door because you're a man willing to sacrifice yourself. But no, The show has to give us Lucas with his eyes so wide open he looked like buckwheat from the old Little Rascals episode in Terror. That's what the show has done with the characters that I loved. I loved Lucas. He was a badass. Remember how he stood up for Dustin and fought the jocks and the basketball players? How he was always there. He was a big, tough jock. He had cred. He believed in himself. Now he's wearing adult diapers, cowering in fear, taking advice from fucking Maya Hawke. And it is fucking inexcusable. I'm going to stop. Thank you for letting me share my
Here's where you miss the hot. It says hot, right? So hot means explodey. Like I couldn't believe in Easton again called this. It's like it's gonna be Mrs. Wheeler hobbled down the elevator through an oxygen tank in a dryer, knowing that the demo dogs will get distracted by the dryer and not eat the humans. Like they haven't proven over the seasons that they like eating humans at all, right? So a dryer is more interesting.
Is this scientifically possible? It is. However, there has to be a fully compressed oxygen tank with the oxygen that would have needed to been heated up to a lot. Now, can you snap the neck off of an oxygen cylinder? Yes. Is pure oxygen explosive? Absolutely. It caused an airburst of fire. Okay. If that dryer, like I said, was a gas fired with a pilot light and that O2 got in there, it would not have killed those guys like it was a high density or high what's the word that I'm looking for? High velocity explosive, because that's not what would happen. It would be an incendiary, but it wouldn't cause an explosion like that to blow shit across the room. It wouldn't. That door would simply swing open and fire would shoot out.
Can I ask you guys a different question now that the whole scene is fucking dumb. So was I the only one that, of course, they're sitting here walking and taking their sweet ass time, even though the last time she was here, Vecna grabbed her and yanked her out right before she could get out. So, let's just take our time. You're not in Vecna's mind or anything. He's not going to grab you or nothing, right? So let's just take our sweet ass time. Was I the only one that thought Max was a complete piece of shit at this moment because she was completely prepared to leave fucking Holly there?
Not prepared to. She did.
Well, no. So here's the thing. You're supposed to. So you didn't. So now you.
Oh, right.
Hot, right? You're
This
supposed to think that Max knew all along that if she gave Holly this pep talk, that she would open her own way out and they'd both get to leave.
And then she says, "I didn't know it would work." Yeah, you're right.
Right, and it's like so. But then it's like Max. Did you miss the fact that Holly is going into a nightmare scenario and you get to go back to the real world? Look, the window opens and Holly is getting mind fucked with the fucking thing shoved down her throat. It's like Holly is going to that nightmare. You're waking up. Like, what do you like? Holly's just being sent into another shit zone. Like
it made me hate Max. It made me hate Max. And I don't know if the writers were conscious of that, because everything you just said, Steve, is exactly what I felt. Like, she essentially brought Holly around to be bait. So worst case scenario is something jumps on Holly and eats her, but she gets to go away. There's no reason to have brought her into that. The time to have this conversation would have been before they started, that she understands. And she needs... I mean, if she wasn't this horrible person that I now believe Max to be, which sucks because I loved Max in season 4, loved what she was rooting for her. But everything you just said, Steve, is absolutely true. And the other problem is they take 20 minutes of standing in front of the fucking hole to go home for her to say that and to essentially lie to this child that, hey, I just used you and good luck. I hope you don't get eaten. I'm gone.
Yeah, that's what I felt. It's like, oh, well, Max, you're lucky it worked. Otherwise, you were going to have to leave her there and you used her to get yourself out. But so the explosion thing, the whole thing, I get it. It's like, I sort of agree. But, the biggest problem with that whole thing is the fact that Mrs. Wheeler is even there, that Mrs. Wheeler even threw it in there, and that the demo dogs even went to go look at it. And I do wish that it was still the biggest problem with the fucking season, because like it's like the thing exploding is also on top of it, but I'm with you. But like there's so many other things.
Sense?
Yeah. It's just
what makes more sense.
The whole scenario is bonkers.
But Mrs. Wheeler, who's traumatized with internal bleeding and on all kinds of heavy narcotics,
she should have never been there.
Strolling in to throw like a heavy oxygen cylinder in a dryer, or my idea, which was to stay true to what Lucas was and him willing to sacrifice himself like a man to protect his goddamn girlfriend and his girlfriends.
Yeah.
They should have found another way to escape or kill him or something else. Right.
Lucas should have died in that scene. He should have died sacrificing himself, because then Max gets back and he's gone, and that
they should have lost. Yeah,
that's
another.
That would be awesome.
Incredible.
The fact we haven't lost anybody in any of the. This is supposed to be the final season with the ultimate boss. We have not lost. We have not even lost the fucking Wheeler parents.
Well, the dad
we haven't even lost.
Maybe
we haven't. Dead. No, he's in an induced coma. He's
I know.
Fine.
I'm joking. Nobody gives a fuck about the dad.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is we don't. But those are the only two we've almost lost. We haven't. We haven't even lost fucking 8. The person everybody fucking hates. We can't. We're not losing. Like this is like you're not creating any stakes. Everybody just keeps surviving by the chin of their chin, by the hair of their chinny chin, by some plan that they say, well, maybe if we try this, it might work, or I think this is what's happening, or maybe if we do this, maybe this is what's happening, and they're always right, and they always get out of it by some dumb bullshit luck, and like the floor.
Why can't they just imagine something happier?
Like nobody even loses a fucking leg. Like Jonathan's leg didn't melt off or something. No. Like nothing.
This is an example of where DEI could save lives, though, because if they were playing 2025's version of D&D, it would all be about banging lizards and dragons, and
he is one of the better
actors. Be any Demogorgons.
Right. But when I play Dungeons and Dragons, I mean. If this whole show has been about all of these guys like Mike and Will and Lucas and Dustin are all the archetypes of the character classes from Dungeons and Dragons, based upon when this show came out, we're talking 2nd edition D&D, maybe 3rd. How do people survive in modules? Does everyone from the party always survive, Alan? No, because you have heroic character classes. Right, but what does the paladin do? Who's the paladin? What does the fighter do? The way that you get through these things is by doing crazy things. The last D&D game that I played, and I think it was with Squeak a Mouse and Nathan, Amana Manethrin, I sacrificed myself because we were in a no-win situation because of my character class and alignment, so that everybody else could get away. And then this is one of those lucky turns of the dice, guys. Somebody had to roll a 20 to resurrect me. Squeak a Mouse, if I remember correctly, and Nathan both got a chance to roll 20. They resurrected me. It was just completely luck, but it was just because of some great idea. And that all of this show entirely forgot, or these guys never actually played Dungeons and Dragons to understand how important sacrifice was for the good of the party to get through the adventure. They've completely lost that plot.
Well, so then we have the 10-minute conversation, so we can amp up Holly to make her Molly the Magnificent or whatever the fuck her nickname is. So Max doesn't look like a complete asshole by leaving her in Vecta's Doomland. So Max is saved because her portal opens, because Max knew that would happen, because we know they've all read the script, so they know exactly what they need to do. No relief. They've all read. That's what's happening in this season too. They've all read the script, so they all know what's happening. It's just they have to take moments every 25, 30 minutes to stop and have a character explain to all of us what the fuck is going on. It's been
in front of
Maya
a green screen.
It's been Robin 2 or 3 times. This time it was Max. So it keeps happening. They keep pausing to tell us what's going on, and then we get some just weird guesses that happen to be right. Like Dustin doesn't really know what the fuck's going on, but he managed to read quantum physics, like Alan said earlier. Dustin became a master of physics in 5 seconds to explain that the upside down is not really a dimension; it's a fucking wormhole. Because that makes sense.
It's like we talked about earlier, where they just threw away all of the Dungeons and Dragons references because apparently they just didn't want to do it anymore. And now they've turned into, hey, we're going to screw around with Stephen Hawking. We're going to have this mysterious briefcase from the Doctor from the first season, whatever. And it's like, we're going to take the upside down, which was a mystical realm of darkness, and now turn it into some sciencey, half-assed, dumb dipshit thing that makes even less sense than the believability of this being something like eldritch gods. Like you've got Cthulhu-like monsters. Do you remember that iconography through seasons 1, 2, 3, 4? The big Cthulhu-looking monster in the upside. Where the fuck is that guy? Like, what is happening here?
She got close. She didn't quite. She chickened out right before she was about to bang Billy. She stood Billy up. That's when Billy got caught by the mind flayer. I think he was going to the hotel to fuck Mrs. Wheeler, but she backed out. Yeah, so
Mrs. Wheeler is a dirty whore. She's a dirty whore.
She almost did it, but she didn't. I do want to say real quick and give credit where credit is due. I felt like these two actually did some work here. It was Sadie and Lucas's character. So I thought she did a good job. This was probably the best scene of this. Get off the screen. These two, them two with her waking up. I think that was probably the best scene in the seasons because she's doing a lot of work trying to be So I think they did a good job in this moment. Credit where credit's those two. I think she's gonna go far. I think she's already starting to work a lot. Hopefully he should too. He's a good actor.
She's gonna be Rogue in the new X-Men reboot.
I thought she was gonna be Jean Grey
or whoever the fuck, one of them. She looks
Rogue would be better.
I agree. I think she should be Rogue.
But I think
give her the white stripe.
Yeah, Rogue would be awesome.
Give her something tight. She'd be great for Rogue. Yeah.
Can we talk about the acting in general though? Because this is good, and these two actors are good, but holy
dude, Millie Bobby Brown, like what the fuck?
There is some garbage acting in this season.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown is pretty cringe. Even any scene that Noah Schnapp,
the gay
Winona Ryder's been bad too.
Yeah,
she's been terrible.
Someone posted a comparison on Twitter of her acting from season 1, and you're like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, this is so good. And then this season, it's like she's reading off of cue cards because the dialogue, I think it's probably just, hey, I know this season sucks and I'm phoning it in. Because
that's the vibe I got too. 100%. Alan. She does not give a shit about.
So this. I'm there with you because I think she also suffers from the same thing Mike does. She's barely got any time, so she may have looked at the script and be like,
she only says the same shit over and over and over again.
She may just be like,
my poor little Will. Oh, you Will. It's not all you, Will. It's every fucking time she opens her mouth. It's my baby Will, who's a 20-year-old man on the screen. Okay.
So she hasn't been. Yeah. So I agree. So sorry. Go ahead, Alan. Who else you pegging? Well, I mean, because the 8-11 scenes are fucking horrible because both of them
bad.
Suck.
They're so.
Sorry.
Bad.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, Maya Hawke's awful. Noah Schnapp. There isn't a single scene that he's good in. Like it is bad. And this section opened up with him like narrating. And oh my gosh, it was the delivery was. It looked like it felt like one of my high school movies. I was trying honestly, to act sad.
It was that.
I think the show left him behind because he didn't get to act and learn with the rest of the kids because he was the lost. He was the lost one in the first few seasons where he wasn't doing much of anything but laying there or lost. So he didn't get all the acting help and acting coaches and lines when he was young to learn like the other ones. I think that might be part of it.
100% agree. Also, maybe he's just a sucky actor, you know?
Well, that's true.
I think Nancy and Jonathan in their "Will You Not Marry Me" scene were doing the best that they possibly could with just the worst dialogue possible. You're like
Jonathan
like it wasn't the worst performance, but like also that dialogue was trash, and so you're like, I don't blame you for this one, you know.
They seem angry to there are and Steve, I think in Alan, these actors seem angry to be delivering their lines. And in the case of Winona Ryder, who I've always had a crush on, even she's now, great. I think, you know, she is my age, but she is totally blowing the delivery of her lines. And I think it's coded to those of us in the audience, because I think she's trying to tell us this is shit. I know it's shit. I'm just gonna make it as dumb as possible, because she's not trying.
Even like Erica, the black girl, like they have her just like pop in and out just so that she can say the swear words too. And for her like 2-word lines that she delivers, it's bad acting. And you're like, okay, great, like super. Like. I mean,
Dustin is just I can't tell. Dustin, it's weird because it's like Dustin shows up now on screen. It's like I can't tell if it's acting or what they've done to the character, but it's just like,
it's the writing.
Can you fuck off? I can't deal with Dustin this season at all.
Even with Dustin's bad dialogue, though, like he's still delivering it well, but man, it's insufferable. Like Christine, he's a good actor. Steve is doing a good job too, but they have nothing to do. It's just.
So
the comment above that,
this one,
this whole
Winona Ryder reminds me of Ice Cube in War of the Worlds. Sad to say, but both
no, they blew up my son.
All of these comments,
we talked about this, but I think
maybe that's why they didn't have them kiss, because they tried to, and it's like okay,
because
just hug,
we were just Gunnar. We were just talking. Does anyone notice that Mike and 11 have no chemistry this season? They were really good season. So I don't know if Millie Bobby Brown has a clause in her contract now that she's married, or Bon Jovi's son is too fragile to let her kiss on screen. But the fact that she almost was MIA and presumed maybe dead twice, and then she reunites with Mike, who is apparently fucking in love with her head over heels, and they're like, oh hey,
high five, bro.
You're back. Hi.
You don't have one scene of intimacy where they get 2 minutes alone to basically wrap their arms around each other because they've just survived.
I'm so glad
combat.
You're not dead. Yeah.
So, just to say, do you know you mean the world to me, and my world
she has
would be
time.
over without
she has
you?
A lot of time for one-on-ones with 8 though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is insane. This is not how human beings act.
And now they're about to go into a war, and Mike's not like, okay, you know what, 11, I'm coming with you there. Well, no, like Will's gonna announce he's gay over here. I gotta get. Come on, let's go. Hey,
I'm gonna bust a nut with you.
And Hopper, I don't give a fuck. I love this woman. I'm gonna get my dick on right now. Fuck off. And pull her into a room and make sweet love into her for 5 minutes.
Make it look,
and then get about saving the world, right? Because they might die.
Look like the melty room.
There's not even an attempt at that shit. Like they're just like she's just like keeping her arms less, going, oh, hi, shake hands, good job.
Our
good job, 11. I love you.
Was like, a lot higher in teenage boys in the 80s, and this is not a joke. This is actually in scientific.
Yes,
white
it's
papers.
scientific. Yeah,
it's scientific. Like we wanted, like we were hard. We were harder than Chinese algebra in trying to hit it and stick it. And you can't tell me that girls don't want it too, because I knew plenty of girls in the 80s that wanted it almost as bad, if not more, than boys. Okay. It's not like it is now where everyone's kind of asexual and always on their screen. No, you wanted boobs in your face, or you wanted the slamming salami. You know what I mean? It's not like now.
That's just what we need in the kids show, man. Let's do it.
It was not a kids show anymore. That's the thing, right?
And
if
that's
it was, but that's also the thing, right? It's like they sort of realized that, so they introduced 12 more kids to try and make it a kids show again. It's like,
yeah,
what is it?
They spent 10 minutes in that coming out scene, and I'm going to say this again. Now, I did not live through the 1980s with everybody else. Yeah. I only have my experience, and I will say this, and I will be done with it. I was in theater. I knew two people that were gay in my high school in the 80s, and you know why I knew they were gay? Because I could see it.
Yeah.
Not because we all sat down with a projector and slides and we all were in this group thing like it's Alcoholics Anonymous going, "Hi, my name is Will. I like to suck cock." That is not how that worked. You know how it worked? It worked where you got drunk with somebody and they said, "You know what? I'm gay," because that happened to a friend of mine in theater. And I was like, "I fucking know." And I said, "I want you to know I'm not." And he's like, "I fucking totally know that." And I'm like, "Just so we're clear, you're not going to suck my dick, right?" And we laughed about it. That is the way we handled these things in the 80s. And here's the thing. It may sound really crass to everybody's delicate 25 sensibilities. It wasn't disrespectful. That's how we dealt with things. We were open. There wasn't all this like, who are we going to offend? Well, and the lesbian girl that I knew, I would have never guessed, except that she asked me to help her get another girl drunk so that she could take advantage of her. That happened, okay? And I said no. But I did watch later after she got her own liquor and they started fooling around. That is what boys in the 80s were like, kids. We were men. We were men, not these pussies on the screen in this Netflix show.
Well, I knew a lot of lesbians when I
was
a kid.
True.
I knew a whole bunch of lesbians because anyone who didn't want to date me was obviously a lesbian.
I'm definitely a lesbian then, Alan. I'll tell you that.
No, but it does a disservice too. Like to do the whole coming out scene. And we talked about how unrealistic it was for the time period. It does a disservice to actual gay people who had it, to pretend like the world didn't exist, and to just pretend like, oh, the world was always as progressive as it is now. No, it's literal erasure.
Yeah, and the things that people went through, because this is a rabbit hole we don't want to go down. AIDS was a really, 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 really scary big thing back then. There were somebody found out that there was a kid that had been exposed to HIV through blood transfusion.
Yeah.
And that they were in our high school and they announced it because they were trying to be really progressive. Well, let me tell you how that went in the 80s. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Okay. But people lost their shit. Okay. People lost their shit. Yeah. Parents wrote in. Parents said people were spreading rumors. You can't share a water fountain. You can't go in the bathroom. You can get HIV. Like, people lost their motherfucking minds back then. And there were some people who stood up to that. And like, I wrote articles in the newspaper because I was a dork on the newspaper. And I was explaining from the CDC, this is the method of transmission for getting HIV, bodily fluids, sexual intercourse. Because I wrote that paper, then all of these like right winger types wanted to kick my ass. Like, I was attacked. I mean, like, people calling me a fag lover back then. Like, the 80s weren't all sunshine and roses. But here's the thing. I would trade all of this shit, this fucking computer, this fucking phone, to have real people back, to have real people with real fucking souls. Because all of this, I mean, like I've said a million times, none of this shit means anything. And it actually devalues the human experience. My point with that is to validate what Steve was saying, and what Alan was saying too is, if people found out that you were gay in high school back in the 80s, they reacted a multitude of ways, and not all of them were good. Okay. Did kids get beat up? Absolutely. Okay. Did other kids then beat up the kids that beat up the gay kid? You bet your fucking ass we did. Like, this is how it was. Okay. And I'm not saying it's right or better, but I am saying, to me, the world made a lot more sense where if you lay a finger on one of my friends, I'm coming over with a bat and you're going to have a big fucking problem. There's no strongly worded letters, there's no like unfriending on Facebook. Beat the living shit out of the person who fucks with your own. The world would be a lot better place. Just, all right, I'm going to stop before I get your channel taken down.
Yeah. Did you guys see the Duffer Brothers were talking about this episode, and they said that the coming out scene was a 12-hour shoot?
Yes, 12 hours. I saw the article.
12 hours of reshoots as well.
Oh, I did 12 hours plus 12 hours?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? For that?
They really wanted to get it right.
They didn't.
Well,
yeah, we'll get to. We're working our way to the scene, Christine.
I think
we're saving it up for last.
It took 24 hours because they couldn't get any good takes out of Noah Schnapp, and then they finally just gave up. Like, okay, this is the best we're gonna get.
He really can't act.
He
awful. Really can't.
He's terrible.
Because so also, like, has anybody realized that they're talking shit about gay people too? Because can someone explain to me how Vecna would use a gay would use being gay against Will, because in that scene he alludes to that.
The show doesn't understand.
Because the show
because
well, hold on, Salty. It's worse than that, because the show sees gay people as being weak.
Yeah.
That's why gay Will being gay makes him weak. So he was easy to manipulate. He was so gay, he was easy to manipulate and use against each other because he was weak and scared.
Isn't that kind of what AIDS does, though?
That's what the show said.
True.
The show said that, not me. That's what the show said, not me. So just saying.
There used to be a world where, like, kids I went to school, like high school with, and this is the 80s, and this is in small town middle America. This isn't some hip burg. They were they were on the yearbook staff. They played instruments in band. They did musical theater. They were a solid A or B student. And then way down at the bottom of that list was they were gay. In this show, all Will is damaged and gay. That's all Will is. It's just like
he's a wizard now.
I don't.
He's a sorcerer, not a wizard, because there's such a big difference, right? Because we got to make sure.
I don't give a shit
a big
that you're gay.
in D&D, yeah.
I give a shit
I
when
know,
the
but
only thing you are. I'm just saying, like, I don't give a shit. When I give a shit and it's annoying is when you're only some fucking victim, weak ass, like whining fuck that's gay, and the only thing about you that we as the audience know is you're fucking gay. I am so over it. Go fuck yourself, show. Okay.
The wizard sorcerer thing, I know it's important, but that's like them trying to force a little bit of D&D shit back into the show because it's like, there is a difference. It's like, I know, but I'm just saying, you get what I did love how Vecna does the slow "I'm a boss" video game walk here. As she's running away, like apparently she's like the key to his whole plan, and of course we have to do the trip in the sand because
she finds the magic hole.
When she goes, and when she starts climbing down, she's like, she goes so slow, and you're like, just jump, foot first, lady. Like, what are you?
So we got the heavy rock here, and this is where we see Vecna doing the slow "I'm the boss" walk, which I thought was funny because I'm like,
run. In all of Arrakis, the only crack that is, it's just this show is so fucking.
She found the portal crack in all of Arrakis, and Vecna's doing the slow walk. This looks a lot like Elden Ring, like the end of Elden Ring when you're fighting Radon and
it kind of.
So he's doing the slow walk because like she's not the key to all his plans or nothing, and he's not, maybe he doesn't know the cracks there. But this is the part we started with where I don't understand why she I still don't understand how this works. Why didn't she just why is she falling and there's ground there? I don't get it. Explain it to me, Robin. Robin, where are you? I need a 5-minute explanation of how this works.
Well, you see, when you're gay, you have to make sure your anus doesn't prolapse. Because
listen to the mouth on this guy. I'll party with you anytime, cowboy. it's just this scene. See, this was one of those moments where it was like somebody realized the episode's running out of time and they got to do something, right? And this scene could have been really impactful because I wanted Holly to die, because it would have changed the show. Like, it would have given the show a sense of urgency. But they even take that away from us.
I swear to God, I thought Nancy was just gonna catch her. I thought she was just gonna go up to the roof and catch her in her arms and be like,
they're just gonna hold
"Save the
blankets. Jonathan and Nancy are gonna hold blankets like it's a kid jumping out of a second-story window in a house fire. And yeah. But we didn't even get that. She's just a fucking yo-yo for Vecna.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get to that part, which because I laughed. We laughed when he just yoinked her.
Yeah, it's around there. Yeah.
Where is she?
Right there.
I want to wait. I want to get the yoink. Here we go. Man, they got to the roof quick.
Yeah, better pause. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there she is. We're getting to the yoink.
Isn't she right where the giant orb is supposed to be?
Yes, she is right where the orb is supposed. Why isn't she melting? Did they destroy the orb? Like,
no,
I don't know.
The shotgun. That's a quarter mile away. Yeah, that's what they did.
You're screwed. What's she gonna do? Maybe you should shoot her, Nancy. Get your shotgun out.
Yeah. Anybody got a rope?
My God.
What was the point of this shit? It's
but I also want to say that is quite the range that Vecna has on that. Like, she fell a long way. He has to be at the crack reaching in to yoink her back up.
They're not worrying about physics, because she would have reached terminal velocity without any type of artificial inertia dampening. But again, I'm overthinking this show and physics and whatever. So
I couldn't believe they yoinked her back up into Vecna's lair. Arrakis. I'm sorry. Back to Arrakis you go, Holly.
Which is not the upside down, apparently.
No, it's not. This is Arrakis, not the upside down. Yeah.
But it's not Vecna's mind, because it's Arrakis, because it's on the other side of the cave. I think I got that right. Fuck you, show.
Why don't the nerds and the science teacher and government building and transportation why don't they do it? The science nerds don't do any science at all. Like, they keep getting science from like fucking Robin and people that don't know science. Like, all the science geeks, all the nerds aren't doing anything nerdy. None.
Yes, the autistic ugly lesbian who works at an ice cream shop is giving them their physics lessons.
Yeah, it's wild. They're not doing any of the D&D stuff. They're not Vecna's in Iraq. No, it's Arrakis. God, man. I have to use the facilities real quick, fellas. I'll be right back. Continue. I'm lucky. Don't get me banned.
I'm muted. I snorted. I'm not going to get you banned. Alan, what are you looking up? Are you looking at porn, or are you looking up show theory stuff?
Yeah, I was trying to find a clip from the show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, chat. If you watch the first part of season 5, I mean, I did a live with Steve and I forget who else. Maybe it was just Steve and I. And again, I'm going to say this for the millionth time. I don't want to hate the show. I really want to like the show. I really wanted the show to just be not bad. And then to sit through this with a lot more grace than I give television. The only reason that I got Netflix was to watch this show, because I had the member berries. Like Alan said, season 4 was pretty darn good. I was like, just stick the landing. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be The Godfather. Doesn't have to be a masterpiece. And instead, what we get is, it's just, I don't
even know if you call it fan service. It's not,
but it's not fan service. It's literally the lowest common denominator shit. And it insults. I said this on our text group. This season of television insults those of us who stuck with it for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Does that seem unfair to you, Alan? Does that chat? Tell me if I'm wrong.
I don't even see this pleasing like the simps, like it's not good. They'll clap and cheer at the coming out scene, but like the story's just it sucks.
Gambino 98, and I can't pull up the chat because I don't have those rights, says Jonathan, Nancy, and Holly should all have died. I agree with you. I agree. And I would take up maybe Nancy lives, but then Lucas dies defending Max, like I said.
Yeah.
Let me see, what do we got here? We got Keija Asante E1V says, how old is Millie Bobby Brown? I think she's 28 or 29.
I'm not. I don't know.
And she looks it. I think she looks it.
Okay. I still don't. I still can't. The fact we haven't lost anybody is a problem.
Yeah.
No, they should have.
Like,
we should have lost
we haven't
Jonathan.
lost anybody.
It's
we
made
haven't
worse
lost
by
anybody.
the fact that they've teased it 20 times.
We didn't lose Max. We didn't lose Lucas. We haven't lost Mike. But everybody that went to Hawkins' lab should be dead. Sorry, Salty. Go ahead.
I agree. No. But what I'm saying is we should have had a body count by the end of the second episode of this season. And Jonathan should have died protecting Nancy. And then instead of the weird shit that we got, he actually hands her the cassette tape. And then she later finds the diamond rings in it and starts crying to Dustin and Steve. No, but then says, I never got to tell him that I didn't love him anymore.
Or something.
Imagine the kind of fucking television. Like, this would be The Godfather. This would be, I mean, just powerful stuff that they would teach in cinematography or screenwriting classes. But anyway,
I forgot. I hated that in their breakup scene, they were using like modern therapy, like they knew the term trauma bonding. I'm googling it right now.
This did not exist. This did in the 90s. This is in the 90s.
Term trauma bonding.
Yeah, we were watching
Unmarried. Let's get unmarried, please.
1997. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that type of stuff did not exist in the 80s at all. And also, people weren't that needlessly complicated in making excuses. If you liked someone, you stayed with them. If you didn't like them, you broke up. It was a very analog world. It isn't the world now where there's a lot of horse shit in gray area. You're together or you're not.
And even if you like you if you need that kind of therapy, you're not in the place to know it. You know, like you're like, it's a side effect of the romanticization of mental illness because that's how everyone acts now. Oh, I have ADHD.
Go back to that, Steve.
I want to hit a few of these chats. I want to hit a few of these chats. Some of these chats have been good. So the show is afraid to take risk. Where are the high stakes? Exactly. That's why, like, it would have elevated the show a bunch. So there's a few we've just talked about here briefly. Will should already have gone evil. Will should have turned and been on Vecna's side on episode 4. That would have changed the whole season. Would have raised the stakes. Would have done all kinds of stuff. You can even do these. We can save Will. He's being controlled route if you want. But you have Will turn heel. That changes everything. You have Barb show up out of nowhere because she was plugged in the whole time and everybody gave up on her. She shows up. You're like, what the fuck? Barb was plugged in this whole time and she's some fucking hot, sexy sex pot now. And she's Team Vecna and she's kicking ass and she's hellbent on fucking killing Nancy because Nancy abandoned her, right? That's two things you could do. You kill somebody, anybody. You won't even kill
we
the
listed
Wheeler
like
parents.
6 different people that they could have killed. Yeah.
You haven't even killed the 2 people that don't matter. I shouldn't say don't matter, but you won't even kill the Wheeler parents. The only person you killed was Billy, which sucks because he was actually one of the best actors on the fucking show, in my opinion. You miss Billy a lot because he was fucking great. So you killed Billy because he was a villain. Well, great. They're being safe, they're being boring, and nothing has changed. They're trying to make it feel like there's stakes, but there's not.
They killed Max's brother too a while ago, and
Max's brother is Billy.
And Samwise. Oh, Billy. Sorry, I was thinking of the other they killed in season 4, the guitar guy.
The guitar guy.
Eddie. So they killed Eddie in season 4.
Oh, you're right. They've killed 2 people.
They killed Billy in season 3. And they killed Samwise Gamgee in season 2.
Yeah, and to be fair, so they killed it. They killed a character they introduced in the same season. That's some bullshit. Come on, stop it. At least Billy got 2 seasons, right? We learned, like, so, but whatever. So the briefcase thing, we were talking about that earlier. It's probably going to be some bullshit. It's going to be how Vecna got his powers. And you're muted, Salty, I think.
It's
yeah,
going to be a spinoff.
Take the image
goes
that
into the
I'm
backstory
sharing.
of the box.
So this is from the Philadelphia experiment. Remember when I said there were people melted to the walls and in the goo?
Yeah.
This is what he's referring to. The Philadelphia experiment. I said the final countdown, which is also applicable, but not really. It was more the Philadelphia experiment. So thank you for that. There were crew members that were melted into the wall because of using the Philadelphia experiment, which was back in World War II to try and confuse the Nazis. They created this high power sort of a Tesla experiment that there's a conspiracy theory that says it moved through dimensions and altered time space. So this is what this show, in my opinion, and maybe in people in chat, was trying to do, was hint back to the Philadelphia experiment. So I just wanted to provide some context to that. So,
yeah.
Thanks for that.
Thank you for that, both of you guys. So Christine, the wall thing is just complete horseshit. You know, my first thought was, I thought Vecna's whole speech was he traveled for days and days through the upside down.
Yes.
But that they're going to explain that away and say he wasn't in the upside down, he was in the other realm. So I mean. Fine, but then it's like so Easton had to explain to me that it was 11, that when she was mind hopping in the dark, created the fucking the wormhole by finding the Demogorgon. Yeah. And it's like, well, how did that? And then it just brings
it was when she was tasked with finding the Vecna guy, and they connected minds, and because she had previously banished him to a different world, when they connected minds, it created a wormhole. And
that's not how that shit works.
Because she got scared by the fucking Demogorgon. It's like, wow.
Also, how could she have found him if he was banished to another world? But I guess
whatever.
The
wall thing makes makes no sense for even this season, since they just discovered it this season. Even though they're supposed to be, crawling around the upside down finding shit. Yeah, it's not like Hawkins is huge. So the wall thing, complete fucking horseshit. Don't believe it for a fucking second, especially if it's been there the whole fucking time. No, thank you. There was what was Jonathan, Nancy, Holly should have all died. 100% agree. Somebody should have died. Millie Bobby Brown should not act anymore at all. She should just remain.
I think she's in her
married with a child.
Yes.
She has a child.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's part of why the show was delayed for 3.5 years.
I like this show too. Well, I thought one of the things was she was being a bitch and wanted to go to Disneyland. I know that. I like this show too as a D&D player. High school is looking forward to. Yeah. So again, this is another Wind and Truth type thing for me and Alan. I feel like I was a big Stranger Things fan. I've loved it. Love season 4. There's record of us gushing over it on this channel. And this is a catastrophe. There's no other word for it. It is on this. It's on the same level as Game of Thrones, if not worse. We'll see when the last episode comes out.
Yeah, you even told me I wonder if I can pivot my channel and I can just become like the Sanderson channel, the number1 guy who live streams about Sanderson, and then we started doing that, but it was for Wind and Truth.
Yep. It's
the thing about this show, and again, people are gonna say, is this as bad as Game of Thrones season 8? And I've talked about it earlier in the show. I said this is at the same level in the same bar, except that this to me feels like it's not incompetence. This feels like negligence. This feels like the Duffer Brothers resent what it was that people loved about season 1, that it loved the fact that we loved the 80s and we loved how they said gay and all retarded and all the things that we said, that you had 4 boys doing masculine things on their journey to becoming men. And that you can see in season 5, this show has become very female centric. If you said this show was on Disney Plus, no one would even it fits absolutely in with the MCU Phase 5. Let's be honest about it, which I think is not an accident, because this was all shot over 3.5 years ago with fill-ins and backfills and other things for this show, where the characters need to be de-aged because so much time had gone by between principal photography and what we got now. But
I don't think they started filming 3.5 years ago, but it's been 3.5 years of production. So.
But you get my point. Okay,
Yeah,
so let's say 3 years ago. I guarantee you they started 3 years ago.
It
or
definitely
2.5
was
years
filmed
ago.
before Trump got reelected. So
exactly. So my point still fucking stands. But thank you for keeping me honest on the calendar. That's true. I'll meet you at 2.5 years ago.
I just didn't want anyone to discount your argument because of that. You're still correct.
I know I'm always still correct, but you amplified my correctness, which I appreciate. No, but my point in this was what Steve was saying. This feels like the Duffer Brothers hated what they'd made and were embarrassed and ashamed about it because they didn't know what to do with it. And so they didn't even try. They did not even try. You cannot watch this fucking 5th season and tell me anybody tried.
It's the Joker too. It's the wrong people liked it. So let's ruin it.
It feels that way. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's on, and I think to Game of Thrones I think it's on the same level of crappiness as Game of Thrones season 8, but I think it's way worse because Game of Thrones was on a steady decline, right? Like you could see the quality slowly dropping.
Yeah.
When they passed the books.
I agree.
And, it's getting worse and worse. And then season 8, they just totally gave up. Wow, that was awful.
Yep.
And this,
I agree with that. Yeah.
Was getting better. Like, they slipped up, wasn't as good, still watchable. And then season 4 was a high point.
I agree. And then suddenly they did this, which again, it objectively speaking, this is incomprehensible compared to what they did in 4. It is, unless you can blame it on the 2.5 year or 3.5 year chronologically, probably 2.5 years shooting delay.
That's their own fault.
There was a big old Latina butt after that. Okay. But it's
big
like
booty Latina,
a big booty Latina butt at the end of that, where I think that they got so tired of putting up with the shit from Bobby Millie Raybound and her demands and Noah fucking Hawley and then probably Wolf Finhart and all their production schedules that they literally said, fuck it, just run with the script we have and fuck it. And now here we are.
Hold on, let me read a few more of these. So Max states that Vecna's prison realm for 2 years. Other characters say it's been a year since we kicked Vecna's ass. The writing is so sloppy. I didn't catch that. Good catch. I've seen some of the epilogue leaks and the pics, and we don't lose most of them. Color me surprised. I'm gonna have to look for some of these leaks.
They've straight up said we're killing off a whole bunch of characters.
They're lying. Yeah, they're fucking. Yeah. Well, they also said this was going to be a great ride. So it's funny because the military general who got hit by the grenade is still. That's crazy that he's still alive too. I can't believe that.
That's not how grenades work. Just gonna say that. So
it's sad that it's sad when the early CW Arrowverse looks good and solid writing compared to what we get now. It's true.
Agreed.
Let's see here. Barb, Will, stepdad, Billy, and Eddie in that order. Oh, we also lose the fry cook in the first episode, so we got to count him.
You also lose the Russian asset guy.
Yeah. The Russians just gave up too. By the way, they're not interested anymore. The Russians are gone. They just gave up.
Like, where did they go?
Because Russians are known for just giving up. They don't fucking care anymore.
You know what would have been badass is if they
please don't argue for them to bring the Russians back into the story.
Maybe we need some.
If they would have been in that first episode where Hopper goes down there and then the Spetsnaz mows down everybody and it's the Russians down there conducting experiments with 8 whole, this could have been great. But again, that would have required giving a shit,
no way to wrap this all up in 2 hour episode. Definitely going. I don't know. I don't even know where we're at. That's exactly it. What are we wrapping up? Like,
there's nothing to wrap up.
Just go kill Vecna and you're done.
Exposition. It's going to be more exposition, and you know what's going to happen is Robin is going to be the hero. I'm calling it now. Robin is going to be the hero that the boys can't be because she's gay. That's why. It's going to be Robin and Nancy who save the boys. Watch.
It's going to be Robin and Will because they're both gay. They hold hands and they beat the bad guy together. But then because they're holding hands. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, no. And then they lose their gay powers.
You're right. Alan's right. And I hope they sing the song from the Acolyte, like the power of one, the power of many.
So Gambino, see, I think this season is just a complete loss. I don't think it's okay by any stretch of the imagination. So I don't, I think at this point I'm on the season 4 was the last season crowd. Let's see here. Millie Bobby Brown is a younger version of Gail Gadot. No, Gail Gadot's much. Never mind. Let's see. Season 4 was all right. 5 was bad. 6 was worse. Oh, we're talking about Game of Thrones. Yeah. That's true. There was a steady decline. Agreed.
This was just off a cliff inexplicably. Yeah. Where it feels.
Has anyone here? I don't remember any of it.
Yes,
to be honest,
I have read A Wrinkle in Time. Yes,
I've definitely seen the movie.
No, I've got the book.
Nancy is now Rambo Nancy, so she's the best because she got the gun in season 1, episode 8. She now is a gun expert.
In that scene, though, she pops up and shoots like 5 guys, and then turns and shoots a guy above her who could have easily picked her off and was just doing nothing.
I
for
noticed
10 minutes.
that too.
Well,
she was.
And then, of
she
course,
totally had her brains blown out by that guy.
The best part was Hopper then has to affirm her and be like, "Good shooting, Nance."
It's so terrible. It is
Don't
so
get cocky,
Nancy. You saved the day, Nancy. Good shooting.
But while that is happening, the boys.
He said, "Good shot. Don't get cocky." And she goes, "I just broke up with my cock."
Yeah.
There you go.
And all of the boys, including the cock she just broke up with, Mike and Lucas, they're all afraid in the truck. Remember that scene?
Yeah.
They're safe and they're still scared, but Nancy's Rambo. It's so fucking terrible.
Real quick, there's a few more things before we get into the scene. Of course, I want to ask you guys something because Easton, again, keeping me honest. We're watching the scene before the scene where they're making the plan to go rescue Holly, right? Easton's the first thing out of Easton's mouth is they're going to get a helicopter and they're going to fly up there. And I'm like, yeah, probably. So Hopper starts writing up the plan. He draws the helicopter. Easton's like, see, yep. And I'm like, yep, well, blah, 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 blah. Then, of course, this is the plan that makes the most sense. Okay? If you're going to go up there, it makes the most sense. Instead, we do the same thing we just did with the Lucas and Erica thing. We then have, only it's backwards. We then have Steve come up with this convoluted, ridiculous plan that has nothing that says that it's actually going to work that way to get up into the Upside Down or to get up into Arrakis without the helicopter by waiting for Vecna to crush the worlds into each other. And it's like, how do you know it's going to work? Like, how do you not know it's not going to be instant?
I got an idea.
They brought it up, too. They said, look, how long does it take? Is it like this, or does it take some time? And they said, we don't know. Okay, well, our plan hinges on us knowing that it's going to be slow.
And that's it. And they go with the slow plan. It's like...
But they had plenty of time to have the coming out sit-down conversation for 10 minutes with Will while the universe is collapsing in on it.
Steve's, and they're all just, and Justin's like, yeah, that's a pretty good plan. And everybody's like, oh yeah, that's. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you have no idea. Like, you have no idea how any of this works. This is all bullshit. Like. And you're like, oh yeah, that should work. We'll just jump up into the hole when it gets closer to the bottom, and that'll give us what? Like,
it's such a terrible fucking idea.
2 hours, like
it's a bad plan.
But then you get to have the trope of the count. Watch, they're all going to have digital watches with countdown clocks. Watch, that's what's going to happen.
It'll be the ticking clock because Victor's the clock guy, and there's going to be like, oh, the fucking realms merge an inch every hour. So we have 24 hours before they merge together. So by the time it's close enough for us to jump from the top of Hawkins' lab into the other realm, we'll have 12 hours left. Set your swatches. Let's go. And they jump into the fucking thing. It's like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
That is the stupidest plan, especially when you could just get a fucking helicopter and go the fuck up there.
Gamer Jams is bringing up something. Can someone tell me the point of Lisa Hamilton or Linda Hamilton's character? The military subplot is so bad. We talked about it earlier, but I agree with you. It makes
I have no idea.
It makes no fucking sense. What is Linda Hamilton doing? Why is she stealing the DNA of 8 to then get girls pregnant to then make more kids, even though there are kids that are already in Hawkins? But here's the thing. There's already fucking kids in fucking Hawkins that Vecna stole that the military didn't even know that I mean, oh my God. Like,
they don't even know they're missing.
Itself. No, nobody gives a shit. I mean, like, I was a latchkey kid in the 80s, but parents would notice after a while, like 24 hours you didn't come home, they'd call somebody, you know?
You don't come home for 3 days, they start to worry.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that in 10 years from now, when Maya Hawke is acting in some Hallmark Christmas movie, she's going to go on Jimmy Kimmel Live and say, "I'm so glad that the Duffer brothers aborted my other show so that I
think she will.
so that I could act."
I don't
in
think
Hallmark.
she is going
so
to
that
go
I wouldn't have
route,
to be in season 6 of Stranger Things.
Judging the way she looks, Alan, and I say this without a shred of humor, it would not surprise me if she started to transition like Ellen Page.
Yeah.
Her career is over. Okay, she can't act. I don't know how a woman that looks like that came out of Uma Thurman, and I know that's really appearancist and whatever it is. I don't care. That is a woman who goes out of her way to look and act terrible on the outside and terrible on the inside, and it is simply incomprehensible to me that anyone would want to live their life like she is. It is all I see is rot. I see no soul. I see entitled, sociopathic horseshit.
Oh, don't skip. You got to play the part where she sticks her fingers in his mouth.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Don't skip ahead.
Am I past it?
No, it's right here. It's right here.
I got a split on you guys in 2.5 hours.
Okay,
and
yeah, buddy. Well, thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Yeah, it was good hanging out with you. And Alan, thanks for having me on.
Fun.
Everybody, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't be afraid to send Steve a $1 super sticker or whatever it is. A belated Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. Adios, everybody. Have a good one.
See you later, buddy. Thanks.
Ugma Thurman.
I missed the part. She puts her fingers in his mouth.
She like grabs his lips. Watch. It's right here. Maybe it was before. I'll see if I can find it.
No, I'm committed now. She's almost done with the scene here. Linda Hamilton, the most useless character.
It's either at the beginning or the ending of the scene. So
there it is.
It was so weird. It was such a weird choice.
What is the point of her character?
I have no idea.
It's like, oh, the military. This is again another military bad thing. Is that what we're doing?
It's America,
is the military's bad? So it's okay. It's okay to kill military guys as long as they're like. It's crazy the amount of times they just like. I'm supposed to be cheering them for going in and shooting people that are just doing their jobs. Like half these people are just here on assignment. They don't know what's going on. They were just ordered to guard this thing, and you're just blowing them away,
murdering them. Yeah,
and we're just supposed to be like, oh, good, they're killing all the soldiers because we're told they're bad.
Yep.
I mean, Scarface here, fine, I guess, but thank you very much, Campino, for the angry sad face super sticker. Thank you very, very much. It's. I don't. Yeah, the whole squawk thing, the radio thing is just whatever. But Dustin, man, see now. Here we go. This is another scene where we have to take time to explain what the hell is going on with everything because none of it makes any sense. Right? Yeah. No, it's literally another scene where we have to pause the show and have a character explain what the fuck is going on because it's nonsense.
Yep.
This happens like 4 or 5 times in these 3 episodes. There's Mike sitting there. Hopper's just sitting there, doing nothing. 11's bored to tears, sitting there, not next to Mike because they don't even like each other.
Right. Well, they just got out of a 12-hour shoot, so.
Yeah, well, at least Max and Lucas are standing with each other. They're not even close to each other, but whatever. Fuck it. What was that part? Oh, is this? Oh, I don't remember that whole flashback thing, but yeah, that's what. Oh God, why are all the kids like the kids are so easy? Is it because we're supposed to think they're dumb and brainwashed because they're weak? That all these kids are just fucking dude. That one kid straight strangles her with her necklace.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Was it just like? I thought it was nuts.
Hit one of them in the face, but yeah, they were crazy aggressive.
She hits her best friend in the face, right?
Like if you're in that situation and your friend wants to leave, just let her go. Just let her leave. Yeah. You're like, oh, you don't believe he? Okay, fine, go get eaten by the monsters. Like, there's no reason for them to be aggressive against her. And yeah, ick. Just he's
Derek.
He's actually been a great actor. Like his character's fantastic.
I like Derek, but they, and I get why. At least there's a reason for him to be acting weird because Vecna threatened him.
Right.
So at least there's that. But yeah, they were like, it's like, look, trying to stop her or convince her is one thing, and yeah, she does smack one of her best friend in the face. But that one kid just straight up tries to choke her out with her necklace. Where is it?
They shove her down the stairs.
Oh, that's right. Here it is. Yeah, shove her down the stairs. He drags her back.
Drag her down. It's nuts.
I think this is it right here. This is all to break the necklace. Yeah. Oh, it's her that chokes her. It's her friend that fucking chokes her with the necklace. Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Also, we can get the little broken necklace scene. Yeah, The kid's got to go psycho so she can not be Holly the heroic anymore.
And then they push her down the rest of the stairs.
Man, Vecna is not going to be real happy if you kill her. You want her to convince her to be good, not kill her. Jesus. Man, the kids went psycho. My God.
It wouldn't even be that hard to argue if you're Holly, and it'd just be like, no, like he sent the monsters after us. They brought us. The monsters brought us here. Like, what did he do to save us? It's pretty obvious he kidnapped us. If he saved us, why didn't he save our families too?
Yeah, well,
what? And there's a phone in the house. Can we call our parents? No. Okay, then we're kidnapped.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, why? It's like, oh, can we? No, we can't get them yet. Well, why? Stop asking questions. It's like, Jesus Christ, you guys are really just that dumb.
Like,
you guys are the dumb
there
kids
wasn't
in
a
school.
single one of these kids whose parents taught them not to talk to strangers either. Because that definitely wasn't a thing in the 80s or 90s.
So this is sort of, I have a question. This is sort of a small thing, I'll admit. But why is it so hard for her to turn this truck over?
I don't know.
After all the shit she's done, this shouldn't be a big deal.
She struggled to pick up the plate, and I'm glad you brought that up because it really bothers me that every single time she uses her powers, even if it's a small thing, she gets a nosebleed. Like, they haven't showed her training her powers and getting stronger for a long time. It's even this tiny things like picking up a little teeny piece of metal. She gets this. Sure, she could have nosebleeded for, but like is
it Aaron? Yeah, I think the whole season's been a disaster, but definitely this last one was agreed. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, like it's every single time. Like, we get it. Yes, her nose bleeds when she strains, but also it shouldn't bleed every time.
Well, and Callie is a doomer. Worst episode introduced in the worst character introduced into the show, and yet they bring her back and give her more time than Mike and several other characters. Why? It was no secret. Even people that loved the show and were not discerning about it fucking hated her. It is literally the probably the least watched, most hated episode.
It's got like a 6
of the series
on IMDb, and the rest of the episodes are all like 9 point somethings.
Yeah, so it's literally not even close. It's the worst. Yeah, and they bring her back and give her all this screen time just for her to be like, "Elle, we have to kill ourselves because you have Henry's blood in you, and they can make more." It's like, bitch.
Also, I hate that they weren't. It wasn't the drugs or the pregnancies that made them super. It was all. All came from Henry's blood. Like, oh, that's
I fucking hate that retcon so much. I think it's ridiculous because, and I think that's a complete retcon. I think they've decided to do that just out of nowhere because they felt again. I think half this season is them going, we need to explain how some things actually happen. So we need to explain why Henry had powers before all the experiments. So we need to come up with something. So they came up with the box thing, right? I think that they're trying to go back and explain things instead of just leaving it ambiguous and just be like, well, fuck, he had powers, right?
I've got all the rankings if you wanted to see them.
Oh, sure.
It was episode 1. Did I share? Yeah.
There you
go. So, wow, season 1, episode 1 was actually kind of low. I would assume these would all be 9s, but I guess people were still getting
episode 4 9.5 got people. Man, people were in love with that last scene for some reason.
Like it wasn't just like, oh, that wasn't very good, but
well, like I'm looking. So the season 5 is way too high right now.
Oh yeah, way too high.
And episode 4 being anywhere near the best episode of the series is ridiculous. Everybody, for some reason, everybody fell hook, line, and sinker for that fucking Will thing at the end. That was not a good fucking. That was not a good reveal. The end of episode 4, in my opinion, was trash.
What was the problem with the first 2 episodes of season 3? Was it because I thought the whole season was bad. What was so bad about the first 2 episodes?
I don't remember. I'd have to look.
I've also said for a long time in criticizing seasons 2 and 3, a big problem with those seasons, which I don't think is a problem this season, was they were structured horribly. Not just pacing wise, but like season 1 presented a mystery that wasn't mystery box, right? It was, hey, here's a mystery, and you're going to get a little bit of the information every episode, and you're going to learn more and more and more. Season 2 opens with telling you what the mystery is. And then season 3 does the same thing. It's like, hey guys, there's Russians. And then you spend the rest of the season trying to figure out if it's Russians. And you're like, but you showed us in the opening scene that it was.
Yeah.
But that's not exactly what we're talking about.
No.
I can't. No, it's crazy. Like episode 7 is absolutely the worst of this season. But it's crazy to me that people didn't have problems before episode 7. Because it's only amplified the problems that were already
correct. That's exactly right. That was my point. Is yes, this is by far the worst of the season, but the season is not good.
I do think the first couple episodes there was some good stuff. Like I liked the new character, the Dustin kid was really good, and he was in like episode 3, right? Like he wasn't even around until the 3rd episode. I liked them driving around in the car and doing the scanning bits, right? Trying to hunt down. I thought that was well done. It's just all the other stupid stuff that.
I think they've progressively got worse.
Yeah.
And for me, like I wasn't there were things I didn't really dig in the first few, but as it's been going on, it's been like the bad stuff in the previous episodes are starting to come through even more now that we're where we're at. And it's just the season for me never really got on track. It's been fucked from the beginning. In my opinion, but like progress, like I think episode like 1, 2, 1 and 2 are it's on a downward slope. We'll say I think the better episodes are the first few, and then it just progressively gets worse. And the more episodes we're getting into, it's bringing out more of the flaws in the episodes before them, and making them worse. Here's another instance of Robin explaining shit to Mike. Yay, because thank God we have more of those. And then of course we're going into a fight, so we have to have Dustin give Steve the weapon that's absolutely going to do no good in this fight because Eddie and him used knives. What is the obsession with knives attached to bedposts?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, if you were in a bind like you guys were in season 4, fine. But you're not in a bind. Get a fucking rifle. Like, I. It's supposed to be symbolic. Stop! Stop it. I'm so tired of Eddie getting like you're ruining Eddie. Eddie, I liked Eddie for what he was. You're now like, I feel like you're ruining him by just holding him up on this pedestal like he was the greatest guy ever. Eddie was a great character for what he was. He was not a good guy. He shouldn't be up on a pedestal, and we need to cut that shit out. You're ruining Eddie. Every time you do this, you ruin him worse. They're in there. Oh, so they do the whisper talk in the head. Fuck. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. And then, dude, how long? So it starts. Kali, 8, of course, tells her to kill herself again. Will then is like, hey, I need to talk to you, Mama. And then calls everybody in. Oh my God.
Because we're not pressed for time.
Yeah, we're not about to. I'm sort of speechless, man. I can't believe they did this. I can't believe they did this.
Yeah, it's pretty dumbfounding how bad this season is.
Yeah, it's like, and the worst part is like we've talked about. This. What is it? 10 minutes? Is it 10 minutes? 52.
It's quite a few.
It's about 5 minutes. This 5-minute scene is what everybody's going to reference, and then that's going to be the shield they use for all this. Is going to be, you guys are all bigots, and you guys hate gay people, and the show's fine. You guys are just haters and don't like gays, and it's like it has nothing to fucking do with that shit.
So take this scene in isolation, and only look at this scene. Is the acting in this scene good? Does it matter that the subject matter is also dumb?
Wait, did they give
a good
Tammy?
Performance for it at least? No, they didn't.
Did Will reference Tammy? Tammy is
Robin's. So that's the speech that Robin gave to him, where she said, "I realized I was gay because Tammy." No one else knows who Tammy is.
Is Tammy even here? I know she's on the squad now, but do they? Okay, see, I'm not sure. Is that good? Because it's not. It has nothing to do with being straight, gay, or anything. It's just ridiculous how they do it.
It's
so
out of place. It ruins the pacing.
Good.
It has nothing to do with the story, and the acting in the scene isn't even good. It's garbage.
No, it's a completely cringe what they did. There's no point to it. It's completely ridiculous. It has no bearing on what's going. Like, he's acting like giving this information is going to make this fight easier. And it's like, why are we sitting? What does this have to do with anything?
It's just going to distract. Not Will. Sorry. Who's I can't even remember his name because he hasn't been in the show. Who's the main character?
Mike.
Mike. It's just going to distract Mike this whole time because now he realizes, oh man, he's been looking at my butt this whole time.
I know, this whole time he's been
it's just going to make him uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
Because he says in the speech, I I've been crushing on this guy. I'm gonna be really vague about it, but I realize he doesn't like me back. He's not like me. Like, okay, way to make it even more awkward.
Where was it? There was something that I saw. I wonder if I can find it.
Yeah.
It was another one of those fix it scenes. Hold on, I think no, that's not it. There's some memes going around that are just fucking great with this scene. It's just like
Well,
it's fucking yeah.
The one we watched was the one that I'd seen.
Oh, that one's fucking an all timer. I'm trying to see if I can find this other one because like there's been a few of them. It's yeah.
I like busty blondes.
Busty blondes, yeah. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, the Stranger Things fix. Yeah, that is so good. It's the best. I just it's yeah. So I'm good. It's good to hear that even people that are this is supposed to be pandering to are not giving it the time of day. Like that's I think that's the most important part is this is complete pandering, and if the people that they're supposed to be like trying to pander to are rejecting it, that's good because it's just complete and it services nothing. Like there's no point to it. That IMDb is ridiculous. Season 1 has all the best episodes. I agree. Yeah. I agree too. Yeah. It's important to me to take
episode 1 is like an 8.
It's important to me that I take up all of your time when the world is potentially ending, and we are trying to stop it happening in order to make sure you validate me. Yep.
It's literally Wind and Truth. Hey, the world is ending in 10 days. I have the opportunity to speak to an ancient god with knowledge that might help us save the world.
Yes.
So what pronouns do you use?
Yep. That's what I'm glad that's what's being, it's atrociously written and feels incredibly forced. And I'm glad that's what's being talked about. And I hope that's what keeps being talked about, not the subject matter, right? Yeah. Because the subject matter isn't important to this in this instance. It's that they forced it into a place where it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
This is where maybe I thought before he started starting his speech and I knew which way we were going, I thought this might have been where he said something to the fact of, well, I think that I need to take myself out of this because I need to let you guys know that Vecna was in my head again.
The bad guy literally told me I was going to be a spy.
I've been afraid to say anything to you guys, but when Vecna had me under again, he told me he was going to use me as a spy again, and I don't know if he's used me for what he wanted yet. So I need to remove myself from the situation right now. I know that puts you guys in a hard spot, but if he is attached to me in any way, using me to know what we're doing, I need to remove myself.
No, but Vecna also told the truth and only used him to find out where the girl was. So
it was that which I still don't understand why was it so important for him to find Max and kill her?
Also,
why? I don't understand why that was important.
Would it be hard because she was corrupting the other kids? But would it be hard to find her?
Well, that's so,
like,
sorry,
do you need Will to find her location? She's comatose. It's a small town. Maybe it's the hospital, guys. Maybe she's in the hospital.
Vecna doesn't know how hospitals work. He's never been to one. So it's like, where do comatose people go? Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're buried underground in a secret lair. I can't find her. Like, it's wild that that's the explanation, is to find Max. It's like, he should know exactly where Max is. Like, it's not that big a deal. Like, send one of your mindfuck kids in there to tell, right? Oh, God. It's crazy. Yeah, that would have made a lot of sense. That's what I thought we were doing. But no, instead we get this weird speech he gives, and everybody's just there going, yeah, Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You have my friendship and my axe and Steve's penis.
Yes. Yeah. Have you guys seen the? Is there anybody here that hasn't seen the Stranger Things episode 7 fix thing yet? Put ones
we
in the
could play
chat
it
if you
again.
haven't seen the fix thing. I think I'm gonna play it again.
I
Anyways.
wouldn't
I
be
gotta
opposed
find
to
it though.
watching it again.
I'll watch it again. Stranger Things. Is it fixed?
I can't remember. I
I'm gonna have to find it.
I can find it real fast though.
Is this it? No, dude. There's a whole bunch of knockoffs now. Who did it? Oh, I gotta find it. Who did the meme? Because now there's knockoffs. There's knockoffs of the original.
It's Huff for Congress.
Huff for Congress. Okay,
That's
there
the
we
one
go.
that I found. Yeah, that might be a repost, but
yeah, it's okay. Huff. There's been a few of them.
It was Defeaterator. It was a 12-hour shoot with 12 hours of reshoots. Yeah. They bragged about that.
Wait, it was what? Say that again.
Oh, were you not here for this? The coming out scene. The Duffer Brothers came out and were bragging about it. They said, "Yeah."
Oh no, I was here. Sorry,
it was a 12-hour shoot.
Yeah, but you also said it was 12-hour reshoots too, right?
Yes, plus reshoots. Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
crazy.
I can't imagine it. Oh, so we have a few people that haven't seen it. Okay, get ready. So this is a vast upgrade, guys. So here we go. Let me make sure the sound's on. All right, here we go.
I like bombshell blondes, real centerfold types, double D's, or I'm out.
But Hopper likes me fine, and I'm brunette and flat as a board.
Gross, bleach your hair, get implants. It's the 1980s. Oh yeah, player. I knew you got that dog in you, for real. Yeah, if she isn't a thin, busty platinum in a string bikini, Will buyers don't want none. Fine. More big booty Latinas for the rest of us.
The strangest thing of all is for a man to be sexually attracted to other men.
She doesn't. I'm trying to
so good.
Millie Bobby Brown sound. Her the AI voice for her seat sounds like someone else, and I can't put my finger on it.
So good. There's so many good ones. Like the memes for this are gonna just like destroy the internet. Yeah. Is it? Yeah, bombshell blunt. I don't know if this guy did it himself, but if he did, gold star for that guy. I can't believe it. I wish I had the other one that I was thinking of. Because there have been a few really good ones.
There's the Babylon Bee doing if the Stranger Things writers wrote the Council of Elrond. It's just text.
Oh yeah. That was a good one. It's a Do you have it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, let's play that one. We got to get something out of this.
It's not a video. You'd have to read it.
Oh, well, I can still clip through it.
Yeah, let's see.
Fuck it. Oh my god.
I hope this gets memed to hell, just obliterated.
Oh, I hope so. I can't find. I do a terrible job of finding any of these too, so I'm gonna have to.
Here.
Oh, you got it. All right.
There's the link.
Okay. You got it in. There you go. Cool.
I'll look for some more memes. I'll look for some stranger memes.
I did see that. Yeah. Okay. Here, I'll share it. This is good. All right. So if Stranger Things,
the British version
if Stranger Things writers wrote Lord of the Rings, Gandalf. Okay, we've got to put smackdown on that ring thing. It can only be destroyed. Gimli, don't worry, I got this. Hits it with the axe and falls. Ow. in the fires of Mount Doom. Boromir, I just don't get it. Why can't we just fire this bad boy up and use it against Sauron? Boom, headshot. Gandalf, okay, think of Sauron like this Atari, clears off a pedestal and slaps an Atari and a copy of E.T., the extraterrestrial. Gandalf, now if we destroy this copy of E.T. extraterrestrial, we might think it's gone forever. But Elrond says, but Atari has the source code. Gandalf, right, starts drawing on a transparent whiteboard. But if we destroy the source code, Legolas says the existing copies could be buried in a landfill and they'd eventually go bad from corrosion. Gandalf, exactly. Destroy the source code. Elrond says destroy Sauron. Boromir, great. So how do we destroy the source code ring? It's not like we can just hop on our skateboard and shred into Mordor. Legolas, hang on. If we give the ring to someone small enough, Gimli says, Sauron shouldn't be expecting it. Elrond says, and we could chuck it right into the fire while he's busy tripping over Minas Tirith. Gandalf says, and then Legolas, no more ET, finger guns. Boromir says, that sounds crazy, but it might just work. Frodo says, guys, I'm gay.
I don't like girls.
Sounds like ScarJo. It might be ScarJo. Millie Bobby Brown AI, maybe.
That's probably her voice. Yeah, that's who it sounds like. Yeah.
Oh god, that's so good, so good. But yeah, it's just. I don't even know. I don't know what they were thinking. Yeah, that's sort of the face of Stranger Things right now.
Oh, he's a good one.
I don't know what they were thinking.
There's a fun meme for you.
And then we proceed to murder a bunch of people in the military after that.
There's a few memes for you.
You got a few? Okay, here you go. Oh my god. Okay. Millie Bobby Brown's face of Stranger Things season 5. What's this one? There we go. How it started versus how it's going. Well, the best part also during his little speech, I love how he's like, I don't like girls. But well, wait, it's not that I don't like girls. Girls are fine. I just I don't want to fuck girls. It's like, what's going on? What is that really what we got?
I randomly remembered another line that I hated from the worst character in the show. The when they show up and I can't even remember what the lead-in was, but someone says something and she goes, "Yeah, do you want to know why I'm here? Because I want to make sure this never happens again." But she gives a huge pause. I'm like, "Do you want to know why I'm here?" And I was just like, because they just saved your life? They just rescued you and brought you here? You had a choice? Like, what are you talking about? You want to know why I'm here? Hated that.
I mean, no, yeah, well, there's a lot of that too, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh shit, is that real? She's wearing an Under Armour fucking shirt?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on, hold on. I don't know if this is true or not. Here, I'll bring it up. There's no way that's real. Hold on. I'll bring it up.
Oh, maybe. I'll go look. I'll go pull it up.
She's got an Under Armour shirt on? There's no way that can't be real.
That is this see episode 7? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think that's episode 7. I think I have episode 7 up.
I'm almost there.
That's really not good. considering how long they took to do this season. And I mean, generally that would be seen as a small little error, but I'm not giving them a pass for anything.
It's the Game of Thrones coffee cup, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It's
I'm not.
just,
I'm not. They're not getting a pass on anything.
It's a small detail, but it shows that they stopped caring about small details.
Yes, exactly. Here's another. This is the one I was looking for. Here we go.
Oh, that's real. That's real, dude. That's real.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll bring it up here in a second. Here,
Oh, yeah.
so here's another. Have you seen this one?
I think so. Does he pick up the gay flag? Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, so that was a good one too. All right, do you have it shared? Or I can
No.
find it. Actually, I know where it is. I can find it if it's actually real.
I got it up already. Share screen.
Oh, okay, you got it.
Where is it?
Okay. I think it's episode. Is it episode 7? Yeah, it's right at the beginning of episode 7.
It's 4.5 minutes in. 4:20.
Yeah, you got it. All right, I got it. That's I want, dude. People are going to be fucking searching this now too, since it's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there it is. Under Armour.
The logo and everything.
Yeah, they didn't even blur. They could have just like blacked it out. Little CGI, black out the Under Armour logo. I wonder if they're going to go back and fix that retroactively now that it's been pointed out.
They could.
That's not good. That's bad. Like you said, it's a small thing, but like when it's a $450 million production, you should probably cut out the Under Armour in something that's supposed to be in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right? I mean that's where it comes down to is it. You know, this is a $400 million show. I think you could get the Under Armour out. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then, well, so they do the pep talk, right? And then they proceed. I don't know. Every time they do this now, I didn't show that. I didn't. Where's the Because I think this breaks the whole season too. Where is it? The metal plate is that in this episode or is that in another episode?
When they find out about it, when the military finds it?
She lists the metal plate here. There it is.
Yeah.
I think this breaks the whole season. So hold on. So this scene right here, where she does this again, why is it so hard for her to lift a metal plate? I don't know. But they have spent now, what is it 2 years? It's still uncertain how long they've been fucking around. Right? 2 years? So for 2 years, they've been doing these crawls, so to speak, right? Sneaking into the upside down, but they've had to time it and do all this bullshit to sneak past the guards at the military camp, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't know. And they didn't say this
Why?
is now this place they found out about, so the military's guarding it. But when they were talking about going here, they said, "Where's the closest rift?" And we know because we saw at the end of season 4, there's rifts all across.
Yeah.
The city. They could get in anywhere.
They know where all the holes are. And the only thing the only thing monitoring it is a few fucking cameras.
But
who
no,
cares?
let's put Nancy's life in danger. Let's have her take out a bunch of trained militants.
Well, I'm not even talking. Well, this I'm talking about the whole 2 years they're supposedly sneaking into right when they can just lift up a fucking. They can just lift up a metal plate and jump in and sneak around the upside down, searching for Vecna all they want.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about this season. Yeah,
yeah. The first volume, it's basically, you know, a big storyline is them distracting and sneaking into the doorway to try and find Vecna and kill him. and they had to time it with all these military, the military deliveries, and Murray had to, do the truck thing to bring in supplies for them, and this, that, and the other, and they had to do all this covert ops shit just to get Hopper to sneak onto the back of a military supply truck that was going in to supply the lab inside the Upside Down. Well,
That's
if
crazy.
you're able to just take a plate up and jump in the Upside Down anywhere there's a rift, why are you doing all that shit?
What's crazy to me is the plates aren't even secured. They're just laying
they're
top
just
of the
laying
dirt
there.
covering the rift.
They're laying there, and there's cameras facing them.
You don't need, those are heavy. You don't need 11's powers to move one of those plates. You need a lever. That's it. You can tip it up, and then you could get maybe one on each side, and you could literally just flip it over.
Well, I understand that he didn't want her to go in. She was fully aware that they were going into the Upside Down. So this is, even if he doesn't want her to go in, she doesn't. So she's like, so the better idea is to put everybody else in danger and not let 11 lift a plate up so they can get in. I thought the whole thing was he didn't want her going into the Upside Down.
Yeah. He just doesn't want her in danger, but you don't need her. You just, you don't even need a lever because it's in dirt. You can get your fingers. You could get your fingers underneath it.
All they need is
and just pivot one side. It's really not hard, guys.
Is there any heavy machinery in
you don't need
Hawkins?
You don't need heavy machinery. You can.
I know, but
hand.
I'm just saying you could just get a fucking plow and just hit the plate, and
those plates are
hole.
Not that big.
Or get a welding torch and just acetylene torch and cut a hole in the plate. Like, there's a million things you could do that are safer than attacking a military installation.
Yeah, I forgot that they were sneaking in.
I think
time.
it breaks
every single mission, not just once. They were doing it every week, right? Sneaking into the Upside Down to search a sector.
Yeah, weeks. They've been planning crawls. That was what the whole first episode was. There's code communication through the radio station. It's the whole reason they started the radio station was so they could communicate to each other secretly when they wanted to do crawls. And when they wanted to, just get information to try and find Vecna so 11 could go in and finish the job. So, but half of that planning was coordinating how to sneak into the gate because it was the only gate into the Upside Down. Well, it turns out that's not true. There's gates everywhere that are easily accessible. Like, even without 11, they're easily accessible. That's a good point you brought up. You don't even need her. So even if you want to keep her on the sideline, you can remove these metal plates rather easily.
What I don't get, because I'm thinking, I understand. We already saw this happen with Game of Thrones, right? They phoned in the last season, and they had 100 projects lined up. They were going to make Star Wars. And then people saw the season 8 and they're like, yikes, no, you can't touch anything ever again. Yep. Except Netflix gave them some money to ruin an amazing sci-fi.
To ruin Three Body Problem. Yeah, Three Body Problem is shit.
But I think it was too late to back out of that deal, right? So we've seen that happen. It can't be intentional, right?
I don't know.
If you make a season this garbage, you really can't recover from it. If it wasn't so popular, you could get away with this. You can fail upwards.
I appreciate the devil's advocacy. It generates conversation. I realize that's what you're doing. So I do appreciate that. So yeah, thank you.
Why would you intentionally butcher your own legacy, sabotage your own show because you're
they
more
have
interested
to
in
know,
future
right?
Projects, or
they have to know. I don't get this fucking whole thing of I actually think D&D were just incompetent from the start. They were doing a decent job.
Season 1 and be incompetent.
Well,
they had one good idea, right?
No. So bear with me. I think that the reason 1 through 4 are good for the most part. 4 you could say is declining or whatever. 4, but season 1 through 4 are generally seen as good seasons of TV with Game of Thrones. Is because
they were still. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Stranger Things, Game of Thrones. Yes.
Oh no,
yes,
sorry. I shifted to D&D and Game of Thrones. D&D were incompetent from the beginning. They just had good material to work with for
Duffer
4
Brothers, so it's like, oh, D, okay.
Gotcha.
and D&D in the show. As I was thinking Stranger Things. I know who they are.
So D&D had good source material, and then they ran out. And when they ran out, and George R. R. Martin was a dick and couldn't finish or help them, they decided that they wanted to go their own route, and they didn't want to do fantasy anymore, and they butchered it because they have no talent, and they didn't know what they had, and they didn't know what to do. So they fucked it up completely because they're hacks, and they were never any good at show running. They were just basically along for the ride and getting all the accolades for being in charge, being in charge, right? This is different because this is their baby.
Yeah, it's their baby.
So it's not like, it's like, I don't understand how you fucked this up so hard. Like, and there are people that say that D&D destroyed Game of Thrones on purpose because they wanted to go do other things. But I don't believe that's the case. Why would you destroy something that's made you? And then
they phoned it in, but
it's just complete incompetence. This is like why would it's like this is the commit. You've gone further than the commitment you already had for this show. Nobody's like saying, hey, you need to keep going after season 5. Everybody was fine with you stopping. So like, there's no point in you destroying it because you're done. Like, it's like, I'm done with Stranger Things. I need to destroy it so we can move on. Like, that makes no sense because this was always going to be it. It just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. I don't think that's possible. As bizarre, as bad as it is, and as many things are pointing to, like, this can't have been done on purpose, or this was done on purpose because they can't be that stupid. I don't even know what to think. Either they intentionally sabotage their own show, or maybe no one told them that Charlie Kirk was going to get assassinated and that Woke would be dead. And they just really were hoping that they could phone it in and people would cheer the gay stuff on and pull it through the finish line.
Maybe.
And it is definitely, I mean, because up until this point, it's always been Monster of the Week, right? Every season is a new episode, is a new monster. And we've already pointed out they definitely didn't know where they're going. So maybe this is just the network, Netflix saying, hey, no, please keep making it. Please keep making it. And they know it's not good. They know it's not good anymore. And so they're just trying to find a way to end it. But then that still doesn't make sense, because then why would you spend this time retconning this whole, like, making it more... There's no... I don't know what the answer is. I'm so confused. Because any line of thought I go down has plot holes in it. I don't understand how this season exists.
Why are you creating, like, just finish the stories you have and just, that's it. Why are you putting all this time into rewriting shit?
This can't have been phoned in. Yeah, this can't have been phoned in. It's too intricately stupid.
Right. It's like they have a list of things that they feel like is unexplained and need answering, and so they've decided to answer them in the most stupid, ridiculous way possible. It's fucking just weird. I don't understand it one bit. Not one bit. Yeah. So and that's it. So we mow everybody down, and then is there animal control? I was gonna say, is there a teaser? Somebody said there's a teaser.
I think
it might be a trailer, like, on YouTube, or maybe
I tried to look. I couldn't find a teaser. So,
the other someone had mentioned they'd seen a scene from the epilogue, like maybe a spoiler. I think it's not supposed to be out there.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah, because all the ones I'm seeing are the fake teasers. You know, when you can't tell, they love doing the.
Oh, it's so much easier to make fake trailers now with AI.
Yeah, you
used to have to actually do work and find clips from actors in different movies.
Yeah, all the fake trailer, channels are busy making fake trailers, and it's just like I can't tell the fucking difference. Fucking Christ. Oh well. Yeah, I was hoping there might be. Nope, that's that shit. No. Yeah, I can't find one. If anybody knows where there's a trailer, or teaser, let me know, because we could watch it real quick. But what season? What somebody said there's an epilogue? Season 5.
It might just be like a photo. List of season 5 leaks spoilers.
Like
Post is deleted, so probably real.
final ending leaks on. Oh, that's the fucking gay flag thing. That was good. Oh, dang it! This got deleted.
Yeah,
Maybe there's another
I
one.
think I found the same thing. So I think that might have been what he was talking about.
Damn.
Salty's
Tumblr?
Did Salty send you a DM? Did Salty send you a link?
Did he?
He said DMs in the YouTube chat, so I don't know if that.
Oh, okay. Let me check. Sent a post. Oh God, it's another fucking. There you go.
Don't know if
All right, here you go. There you go.
Mr. Vecna, please don't kill Steve.
I've seen this.
Kill Mike or Nancy or one of those dweebs. You could have killed him in the first season, but now his arc is giving us a reason to for brothers. Leave Dustin alone.
No, kill Dustin.
He is the glue to this
Nope.
whole damn
Kill
show.
Dustin.
He was. But
Deny their chemistry. Don't kill Dustin and please don't kill Steve.
that's good.
Nah, kill Steve. It's good. Too bad you need to change it. Retcon that. Get rid of Steve. Or get rid of Dustin.
It was great until the season aired, and then.
Yeah. What is this? Is this a fake leak? Yeah, it's a fake leak. Damn it. That's too bad. That Reddit one is. We missed it.
Honestly, is it?
Somebody's got to have it somewhere.
I don't think it can't be stupidity.
It can't be stupidity, can it?
Well, you can't write season 1 and be stupid, right? I think arrogance, like if you read the super chat, arrogance might be the right answer. It's probably the same problem that Brandon Sanderson has. Like he's gotten too big for his own britches. People are afraid of telling him no now. Like Brandon Sanderson can't get a good editor. His editor retired, and wasn't the reason Wind and Truth sucked, but it definitely was one of them. The editing was atrocious, and no one can. Everyone's afraid of giving him feedback because he's become this paragon, this god of writing, right? And Stranger Things is one of the biggest television shows of all time. And maybe it got to their head. It's probably Hollywood, they were nobodies, and then they got really famous and went to Bohemian Grove and made some blood sacrifices, and Hollywood destroys everything.
Yeah, it's not,
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. That's that's the only explanation I've come up with tonight so far that doesn't have any plot holes. I'll say that.
No, sorry. I'm just trying to. Yeah. Oh well. I don't think I'm gonna find anything. Hoping I could find some sort of leaks or something, but it doesn't look like it. That Reddit post is the closest thing.
Kind of the same thing happened to Taika Waititi before he got real famous. Like, he was actually really funny. He made some really great movies, and then just started doing drugs and whatever Hollywood does to people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's. Uh, oh well. I guess I'll stop looking. I can't find anything. If anybody finds anything, please let me know because I. Yeah. Also, like this whole pretentious fucking release schedule is irritating to me. Right? Just you've decided to, you know, you do this weird release schedule, and it doesn't fucking produce, right? It's just like so.
Yeah, I think I'm torn because I hate the binge model. If
Yeah.
it's an old TV show and you just acquire the rights to it, yeah, binge it, Or and if you have the patience to wait, go by all means binge your show that you haven't caught up on yet, right? But the it's not healthy for a TV show. As popular as Stranger Things is, it would have been more popular if they released it weekly because people could actually talk about it instead of up until this season, like the limbo that you'd be in. Like, hey, did you watch season 3 yet? I did. I only watched the first 2 episodes. Oh, I binged the whole thing, so we can't talk at all.
Yeah.
Like that's what gives show life is the water cooler, right? It's that's how Game of Thrones became the cultural sensation that it was. Is you had people watching Game of Thrones who didn't even you got that sucked in normies because it got so big. People would watch it even if they didn't like it too, because they were just afraid of missing out on the conversation every day at work.
Yeah.
It was a part of culture that you couldn't miss out on.
Yep, exactly. They didn't want to. They didn't want to. Yeah, it was like Walking Dead for a while.
Yeah,
right?
for the first few
When
seasons.
Walking Dead, the first few seasons of Walking Dead, if you wanted to be involved in. Oh, wait a second. Oh! I got something.
The binge model is the opposite of that. It prevents people talking about it. So yeah, it'll flash like, "Hey, did you see Stranger Things?" No, go check it out, but we can't talk about it.
Okay, I got something. Here we go.
This is halfway in between. This release schedule is better than the binge model, but just do weekly. Like, there's no reason to do chunks.
Well, and then you have the single one on fucking right. You have the single release on
the finale.
On fucking, it's like why, right? So, all right, let's see if we have sound here. You got sound? You hear that?
I think this specific strategy was because they were also releasing some of the episodes in theaters too, so they didn't want spoilers.
Oh, is that long?
At least I don't know if it was the rest of the season, but I know the finale is going to be in theaters.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I need to catch up on some of these chats, you guys. Let's see here. Maybe they meant to say the Russians made these gates. Forgot about the three body problem was shit.
It's garbage, man.
Yeah, D&D were good at making source material.
Phenomenal.
Let's see here. The Long Night being one episode with no visibility was a smack in the face. It totally was, 100%.
Ironically, the weekly release also led to the downfall of season 8. I mean, people would have hated it anyway, but it was amplified because people were talking about how bad it was getting every week. So
AI could definitely write better. Late to the party, $5. Thanks, buddy. I think they are this dumb, perhaps arrogant or unwise is a better word. Style over substance, as defeater led into more money makes flaws more obvious.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Look, you can't even say, "Oh, they wrote themselves into a corner," and they didn't know how to end it because. It retcons everything. They ignored the corners.
Let's see. So Salty rumor, according to a press source, the loved character Jonathan Byers does not make it to the season finale. His last words directed towards the character Mike were, "I know what you are." That sounds
like
weird.
He's still Vecna. He's still under control.
Mike is a Vecna? You mean Will?
Oh, yeah, to Mike.
Yeah, that doesn't. Oh, great. Is that going to be the rumor that Mike's gay? Great. No, that one seems weird just because, Jonathan's making the finale, so that seems to be debunked. So, all right,
I
let's
think
see if this
he might have
actually
mistyped making it through the finale, but yeah.
maybe. All right, let's try this.
Hagamos esto.
Una última batalla. Y toda esta pesadilla se va a terminar.
The fuck is that?
Sorry, I looked away.
Is it a fucking heartbeat? Like his fucking cave has a heartbeat?
Madre de Dios.
I love how the only teaser that we've got is in Spanish.
I know, right? Look at this though. Look how fast this is falling. They're fucked. You see how fast that was descending?
Dios.
Yeah, because their plan was stupid.
It's over.
And
They're dead.
Before they started the plan, they brought up the fact that they didn't know anything and then decided to bank on what they knew.
It's over. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Polymarket is making bets on who's going to die. Every character will die, and Polymarket put all outcomes as yes. No, that's dumb.
Final mega theory. Yeah, I don't think.
The 8 has the highest percentage of being offed. Oh, she's at 80%. 11's at 65.
This is Polymarket?
Yeah, this is Polymarket betting odds.
Hold on, bring that up. Bring that up. We gotta bring that up.
It's a screenshot. It's not live, but I can.
Oh, here, maybe I can find it.
I can share what I'm looking at right now.
No, I got it.
I've been browsing.
Stranger Things.
Been browsing X for
Hold on.
some memes.
Who will die in Stranger Things season 5? Is that it? Okay.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. See, 8. If they do 8, it doesn't count because fucking
No one cares.
no,
yeah.
nobody wants her to live anyways, and she shouldn't even be here. So 72 cents to buy a yes. So 8 is at 71%, 1161, and wow, there's a massive drop after 8 and 11. Man, everybody's taking that bait, huh? 8 and 11 aren't dying.
No. I mean, they created 8 because they wanted a spin-off show.
Yeah.
And then everyone hated it, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, 8 and 11 aren't dying. There's no way. I think Steve's still gonna bite the big one.
Yeah.
I'd almost buy $20 and fucking Steve Harrington buys it.
Hold on. Wait, this is
Mike,
great.
4% people think, really, that many people don't think Mike's gonna die.
That's crazy. This is
Derek's on the list. Nice. What's up? Uh-oh.
Okay, new meme. It's not even a meme.
Oh,
it's
God.
just the best commentary ever.
I felt like the Duffers changed the script. Volume 2 looked choppy, too scared to take a risk. Yeah, I can agree with that. I don't think Volume 1 was great either by any means, in my opinion, but Volume 1 was definitely better than Volume 2. Oh, hold on. Let me get it back and hit the sound here. All right, here we go.
Oh, you don't know. You got to get it with the text.
Oh, okay.
The sound's not important.
Oh, the clue to beating Vecna was there this whole time. We were just too bigoted to see it.
Isn't that good?
Oh my god, people are so good at this shit. How have people done this? Oh my god. That is hilarious. That is so good. I can't believe. Ugh. Is there any other good Stranger? Let's see. I guess Deaths is the best one. 8 is winning. Man, you really can bet on anything on Polymarket, huh? I am shocked. I am shocked that 8 and 11 are that far ahead of everybody else. And Mike is only at 4.
Yeah, I don't think 11's gonna die.
I don't think 11 or 8 have a chance in dying. I think that's all bait and switch. Murray is up at 19. God, what a cop out that would be if it's a Murray that dies. Oh, all right. Well, yeah. So, well, yeah, Stranger Things. What a fucking tragedy, man. And I have no idea what we're gonna get into with episode fucking 8, man. 8 is the mind flayer in disguise, probably. I think she's gonna be, yeah. I think it's gonna be the big reveal is 8 is really not 8. 8 has been corrupted or something, or 8 is the mind flayer. Yeah, trying to get 11 to kill herself so Vecna can win or something. It's going to be some bait and switch, and they're going to do with 8 what they should have done with Will, which is Will was taken over by fucking Vecna and being controlled this whole time, but they didn't want to kill Will, so they did it to somebody else so they can kill 8 without or save 8. I don't know, one or the other. But I think Aldan, I think you nailed it on the head. I think 8 is actually not in charge of her own faculties, and she is being controlled by Vecna, and that's why every time she talks to 11, it's just her going, "You should kill yourself."
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, so because Vecna can't kill her, so he's trying to trick her into killing herself for the greater good or something. I don't know. That sounds like some bullshit. So we'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, do you want to end on a high note?
Sure.
Let me show you my Christmas present. I'll be right back.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys for being here too. It was an awesome stream. We had about 40 people here almost the whole time. So thank you very much for hanging out with us. Not sure he's Alan's about to. Oh,
I got it.
Hold on.
It's Steve's massive peen.
Oh my God! Hold on.
No,
The hell? Sorry, Nathan tried to send me something through Instagram. I'm not sure what it is. Nathan, are you still there? It's your massive. It's my massive. Oh, what the fuck is that?
What?
No, like it's a huge. Like it asks for a fucking. Oh well, does it let me in? New password. Sorry, give me a sec. Oh, this is something. Oh. Crazy how long it's been. Will season 1. It's sort of cool, but not for this. All right, what you got, buddy?
I got.
Ooh, nice.
World comic books. I got all 8. No, all 6.
Wow, there you go. Nice. Very cool.
It's thick.
I have.
I got the first volume of The Great Hunt, and there's been no news for like a year on whether or not volume 2 is coming out.
I got those 2.
Nice.
Yeah, they're very cool.
I also do. I got New Spring as well.
New Spring?
Yeah, I got New Spring.
Nice. Yeah. Cool.
The first copy I ordered showed up like this.
Oh shit. Well, just a little mangled, huh?
What happened was, they marked it as delivered. It never showed up, and then a week later showed up like this, in a box, in a bag, saying, Amazon inspected this and repackaged it. So it fell out of their truck.
Holy
It fell out of the
shit.
truck, and they just said, yeah, sure, we delivered it, I guess. Found it in this condition and thought,
That's
still
all right.
good? It's still good. It's still good. It's freaking crazy. The spine is like...
That's fucking crazy, bro. The big reveal was the monsters were just hungry and needed a hug. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. So I think if you want to be informed, do a speed watch. You can skip through a lot of it, right? Or just it's easy to sort of just watch it and do something else. So.
Oh yeah, and this has never been the case with like Stranger Things, but you can absolutely watch the show in the background. You can play a video game while you have it on.
As long as you get the Robin updates, you'll know what's going on.
It's so much talking.
Like I missed, to be honest, that was actually them breaking up, Jonathan and Nancy. I didn't realize they broke up there. I didn't realize that's what was happening. I was just didn't care because they should have been melted and dead, that I was just like, I don't care. And I missed that that's what they were doing. And it's just like, all right.
No, it's not cut. It got run over by the truck. Like there are tire marks.
It's destroyed. Yeah, it's run over by a reindeer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. I will be back for the finale for sure. So
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Keep eyes on it, the channel, and there's going to be a lot to say. I know there's some people that are hopeful out there that this finale will be good, but I think it's going to make it even worse. Yeah. And we're going to have even more anger pent up to share. I think I definitely think we're in a long night situation, Battle of Winterfell. Or episode 6, Daenerys killing the populace of King's Landing for no reason.
And the people saying it'll be a spectacle. I mean, we had the spectacle that we got in this was, I mean, okay, I liked the van scenes where they were chasing it down, but you had Will Byers doing parkour and Nancy murking people.
Yeah.
Like the action, the spectacle isn't even that spectacular.
It's hard. Well, the action is like you're sitting there going, "Am I supposed to be cheering them murdering soldiers?"
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to be happy they're murking all these guys, and they don't even need to. All they got to do is move a steel plate, and they can go in wherever the fuck they want.
So stupid.
Yeah. So. All right, Stranger Things will forever be known as the anti-Firefly, the show that everyone says should have had only one season. It should have been only one season. Yep, it should have stopped. So, the Duffers and Sean Levy have made public statements clarifying 2 points from Volume 2. Jonathan and Nancy have indeed broken up. In the coming out scene, Mike knew he's Will's crush. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, because it was
the whole Mike thing is duh. Like, come on. And the breakup thing was just badly done, stupid timing, and they should be dead. So they should have melted. So who cares if they broke up? They should be dead. So yep. So thank you all for hanging out, and we will see you all very soon. Alan, thanks for all your input and hanging out. Appreciate you, buddy.
I'll try and join the finale discussion if it's on Saturday. I usually have my other show that I. But it's Christmas,
the finale is
no
the
one
first, right? So it'd probably be before then. I don't know how long I can keep it bottled up. So
yeah, probably a Friday stream. I can make that
probably. So all right, man. We'll see you later, and see you later, chat. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.